Hi everyone, welcome back to the Reborn Dev Commentary LP. I am joined today by March, who has been with the team since, God, how long has it been?
True. Oh, actually, I was thinking, like, what episode did I join in? But that's fake news. So instead, I was just thinking, oh, I know what age I was when I met you, and I know how old I am now. So, 8 years.
8 years, so you must have been 28 when you joined.
No, I am not 36.
No, you're right, my bad, 27. Because you're 5 years older than me.
No.
Even if March says that they're not 5 years older than me, they're 5 years older. It's like a bit we have where they pretend that they're not 5 years older than me because, I don't know, they're insecure about their age and being so old on the internet or something.
I don't know, genuinely can't remember if it's 4 or 5 years younger than you. But anyway, I joined the team and met you when I was like 18, almost 19, and now I am 26, almost 27, so it's been 8 years.
They keep trying to pass themselves off as if they were 18 back then. It's kind of like a reverse fake ID situation. I'm also in a position of I made breakfast and didn't eat it yet, so bear with me on that.
Anyway, I am actually short. I'm not actually that short. Like, I'm not a tall guy, but I am taller than Ame. I am not the size of a child.
No, I've met March in person. It's they're actually the size of a child.
No, I've met Ame in person. I am taller than her. Like, not much, but I am like a normal-sized human being.
It's okay, we can just pretend... Wait, my microphone's over here. We can just pretend that they're taller to make them feel better. Exactly. See what gets it. March saying children are not human beings, goddamn. Alright, we're going up here, and we're going to have another big cutscene, so...
I love it.
Nothing over here either. Oh, you're up too. Took you long enough. Sorry. We expected you to be the next anyway. Yeah, those girls are cute and all, but let's be real. They were never going to win. More importantly, did something happen to them after the match? Oi! You guys see what happened? It was the same for you all too, right? All flicker, no ticker? Yeah. Can we do something? There's nothing to do. I jumped straight through. No response. No anything. Kinda shocked me, though. Whether that's metaphorically or literally is up to you. Where is Radamus? He went back to talk to... Made him promise not to be too long, though, so no sweat about that. I'm not sure that's the main reason we'd be sweating right now. Another concern. There's no exits from this area, either. We just checked while you all were taking your time.
That's gotta be against fire code.
True. And if that's happening to every loser, it's just a whole lot more messed up than we first thought, huh? How does that work? Is Terra censoring the dialogue box? Yeah, basically. Like, there's still audio input that she has control of, so she just kind of fucks up the volume when somebody tries to say a name.
Have you ever been in a Discord call?
Yeah, exactly.
Have you ever used the server mute function? You're just getting server muted. You can really make up any explanation you want.
Exactly.
I just choose...
It turns out the game isn't real.
Wow.
I just choose to believe that whenever someone says the name of someone's deleted, Terra's just playing like a foghorn over the speakers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds good. Well, if someone was referring to a different Sarah? I mean, I don't think they would have the context for that, so... Probably. Man, I feel kind of bad about pressing the matter against that kid and... Maybe we should come to a draw? Terra said that if we didn't fight seriously, she'd do something to us anyway. I suspect it wouldn't be too different from the outcome the losers got. Then what are we supposed to do? Start by not asking stupid questions. There is no supposed to in this situation. Don't act like this is a pre-written scenario with a scripted guaranteed outcome. Decide what you want to do and do it. That's all there is to it. I already know what I want to do. I want to save Aya. And just how do you plan to do that? I'll take down everyone in Team Meteor. That's nice, but nobody still with Team Meteor is even here right now since we can't find or get to Cuckoo McAnnouncer face. So are you going to mow us all down just to get out of here and save your precious damsel? Is she really worth that much more to you than all of us are? I'm almost hurt. Oi, lass, it ain't like that. I made a promise that I'd save her, and I'ma stick to it no matter what. If you got a better solution, let's hear it. Huh? A better solution? Sure, I've got a better solution. How about my sis and I just beat you all and move on with it? As long as we're together, none of you stand a chance. And frankly, it's not our business what happens to you. Severe is more than capable of taking Team Meteor apart herself, and I just gotta be there to see it. You sure you ain't gonna fall off on that pedestal you put yourself on? Maybe if you make me. What's your deal? This is normal for us. We're used to being alone against the world. Our strength has always been our ability to have each other's backs when the world turns on us. And the world must always keep turning. Maybe it would be better to calm down before we get into all this. I'm perfectly calm. In fact, I'm enjoying this. This is the most excitement I've had since I got to see the doctor up close and personal under the lens of a cigarette burn. You wouldn't take that away from me, would you? Oh, so it was you two after all. And I thought it was gonna be the others. Guess you win. You can keep your opinions to yourself. You bitter? Or was that your version of a polite greeting? It's so hard to tell with you. No wonder your girlfriend got the wrong idea. X. Yeah, I guess someone who is only reduced to a static image would only qualify as an X, huh? Were you always this catty? Pretty much. I had a reason to at least play nice before, but now? Hey, crazy lady in the shell, you're still listening, right? Yo, sup, that's right, I'm always watching. Like Sandy Claus or Ceiling Cat. My middle name is Sees You When You're Fappin'. I'm getting bored. Can we keep going already? Can we? Gee willikers, that's like asking if water is wet. If Pikachu is an electric type. If Titty Tanya's underwear drawer only has chastity belts. You done yet? Just a little longer, mistress. But of course we can keep going! The power of closed circles compels you! Oh, I bet you're feeling so compelled right now. So compelled wild Pokemon won't come near you. Bow. You're thinking of a repel. So compelled, you're being launched for by a spinning motion. Bow. The aforementioned denotation remains in reference to the verb repel. Oh, Char says make March read the Terra dialogue. What do you think, March?
Is this before or after the Surge Nadu segment?
Which do you prefer?
I mean, I would happily read that bit, but if it's already after it, you're out of luck.
Alright. We'll put you on fanfic duty.
That means we've not gotten there yet. Okay. I said that because I thought I remembered it being the first one. Damn. But I'm a man of my word.
So compelled, you're gonna descend a rock face using basic but effective safety gear, Lamau. That one's to repel? So compelled, you an unconsolidated sediment-rich and bituminous junk and primarily made of algae and decomposed fungi, Lamau. That would be Sopropel. Shit. I hope I haven't kept anyone waiting. My love! But forsooth, nary had I waited here all upon you for you woo my true love to return. How's my Gardevoir impression? I'm afraid I haven't heard one, so I can hardly evaluate it. But surely we aren't here for party tricks and comedy. Yeah, but you still comic relief, though. You looked in a mirror lately? No, I haven't, because I'm made of digital. Roar! But that means I ain't got cramps no more, so booyah, bitch! Not the point. Disappoint. Point. Ooh, so pointed. Now that every pony is here, it's time to announce the next round. Please turn your attention to the screen in the middle of the screen. I take offense to that, Animag, but if I deny it, I will be murdered.
Also, I have to say, like, that whole, you know, like, compel, repel, or that whole segment, probably one of my favourite bits of dialogue in this entire game. Like, that general joke structure is something that gets me every time, and I really enjoy that.
Oh good, I'm glad, because I was worried that one fell flat.
Oh, absolutely. I love that joke structure in general. I mean, we have done that in D&D multiple times, as I'm sure you remember.
That's true.
But and so, it being in the game, I'm just a big fan.
We're fighting our partners from the last round? You got it, dude! You said this was a doubles tournament. Yeah. Now it's a double crossing tournament! Ding 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 rawr! Understood. Well, shit. Yeah, where your tough talk at now, Homeslass? Yeah, you got me. Truly, I could not be any more gotten than I am right now. As if. This just means I'll be counting on Saphira to KO everyone herself instead of with my help, right? So then it's you and me, old man. I may be the oldest one here, but I assure you I am as young at heart as any of you. Tell it to the courts, buddy. Well, I guess that's it for me too. Well, don't just stand there and mope about it, folkaronis! These battles ain't gonna fight themselves. That'll be cool, though. After all, we have uncomfortable demises yet to rush to. Well, you don't gotta sound so resigned to it. We all still gotta fight to hang in there. Hello? You know who I'm up against? All I can do is resign like 3 times over. Same with all of you in the end, unless you find another exit. Or make one. But these walls don't so much as dent. We tried. These walls be stronger than steel, even when it was still resisted by Psych and Ghost. Balance team of chunky thought. But really, you can't break those cuffs. They mistress is best. Just ask her. Deeds though. Ain't no thing. Now, who wants to listen to my Lieutenant Surge X9 fanfic? This is you, March. The chat has spoken.
Also, just real quick before I thought, Theo, yes, absolutely. I love the entire Quackly Evolution line. It's everything I wanted and more. I'm not doing the voice.
No, you gotta do the voice.
I don't know how to do the voice.
Me either, just do it.
You say you either, as if you're not the world-leading expert on the voice.
And the world-leading expert says she doesn't know how to do it either, so you may as well do it.
I'm not sure about that one, Chief.
Oh, no, this is right. This is right. Do an American accent.
I also can't do any accent. I can't do anything. I'm not Krim, who is an expert at accents.
You don't want to do Yeehaw Terra? Yeah, you have to try. You have to commit try. Lissa's right.
Yeehaw! Oh dear. Yeehaw! It was a dark and horny night. I've just decided to go for cowboy. Oh. Oh. Tired from a long and hard winky-faced day of work, busting a nut up on Team Skull.
Oh wait, I'm not streaming to you. You have to hold on.
Yeah, I've got the stream delay, so that's why I'm taking a break between each time. But it's also a good.
There, I'm streaming to you now, so no more stream delay. Okay.
I'm just adjusting now, like the audio on my end. Okay, right. Officer Nadu sent the... What was that? What was that accent? Yeah. Officer Nadu sensually stripped off his uniform, revealing his smooth, lanky body before progressing into his shower. Saphira doing the correct thing and leaving. As the water poured over his chisel. Every time I'm trying to get back into it, I'm going less yeehaw and more like Burger King foot lettuce. As the water poured over his chiseled 9-pack, he reminisced about the good old Burger King foot lettuce days of his ex-husband Guzma. If you don't know who he is, get the hell out of here. And he fondly and fondlingly remembered the passionate nights they shared. Together, a pang of loneliness shot through him. Like a well-marked skinny stone, I forgot that line. Suddenly, his sole roommate, Lieutenant Surge, knocked on the bathroom door with all the enchantingly sexy force of a seasoned, Rami veteran. Steam thrust out like a newly freed erection as Nanu opened the curtain to hear his friend deep raspy voice. You almost done it there, honey? Moaned Lieutenant Surge. I need to relieve myself. Nanu couldn't help but feel the scalding water of the shower felt cold in comparison to the heat between his hot legs. Wait, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, where are you going? Guys, come back. Guys, no. Guys. Oh. Shit. Okay, maybe next round then. I guess. Mwah, mwah. I decided. Yeah, I gave up on the yeehaw halfway through, and like my only reference of a voice I can kind of do is like the Burger King foot lettuce bit. So
why is that? Why is Burger King foot lettuce the only voice you can kind of do? That's fucked up.
I mean, I can also do my own voice. I can do a great British voice.
That doesn't count. Thank you, Infinity. Hi, welcome. Appreciate you.
Also, yeah, like of all of Terra's crimes, the worst is that in universe this is real person fanfiction.
True. I mean, there's also the attempted murder, but details.
No, that's not that.
Oh, okay. What was it I had said before? Let us presume to hope. I've been presuming hope for such a long time already. But hope without action is no hope at all, and action without heart will always be hopeless. And a heart without hope has to start somewhere. The food's okay, it was just a quick box macaroni. I added some cheese to help it be a little bit better. Do you ever have a feeling like, somehow among everything out there in the great and vast universe, among all the stars and the infinite possibilities, you in particular are fucked? Because I know I am. See ya, soldier. It's been fun, or something. Did we run through March's biography last time? March, why are you bashing me in the chat? Say it to my face.
Because you're reading dialogue.
That's fair. I actually don't remember that we ran through March's biography.
I don't remember either. Maybe it was when I wasn't there. But like, I mean, hey, if you want to ask the questions again, like, that just like is Lissa's job to fucking edit that shit. So.
Thank you for the follow, Dark Nova. Oh, I see. Well, let's go ahead and ask for their version of the story. So how did you first find out about Reborn?
That was a very time for me to take a bite of food.
Say what?
That was a bad moment for me to take a bite of my food.
Oh.
Yeah, so I used to be really into, and I don't know if I've told you like the full scale of this story before. I used to be really into, I mentioned this briefly last week on stream, into Fire Emblem ROM hacking. That was like a community I was kind of part of and I did like for fun. And one day I attempted Pokemon ROM hacking. And at the time, tools of that were real bad. Like, I'd made like full, low quality, but like complete Fire Emblem hack before, and I couldn't get a single trainer working in Fire Emblem. So I immediately gave up.
Ah yes, trainers in Fire Emblem.
In Fire Red.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I couldn't get a single one working, so I was like, let's look at what other people have done instead of trying to do this myself. And I think actually what I stumbled on, the first stuff I found, and at the time I didn't know the difference between a ROM hack and a fan game, was I found Zeta and Omicron, which at the time were the only completed Pokemon fan games of any note. And so I played through them, and I went looking for more, and I think that was when I found Reborn.
I see.
And it was and yeah, I think I might have vaguely stumbled on it some years before, because I have a kind of because I found Reborn after the league was done. But I have a vague phantom memory of finding the website at one point, reading one of the stories about the drama that was going on in the league and being I have no idea what's happening here, and then immediately leaving. But I think so. I joined properly and then started playing the game. At that point, after then, when I found, after I beat, I think it was Omicron that I had played, and then I looked for other things. And hey, this looks like the most complete of the incomplete fan games, so let's try this out. And seeing as I don't delete files, I can actually see it was episode 12.
12.
Actually, no. Oh, I think it was. I believe it was 11. But I found it I found episode 11 a week before 12 released.
Oh, I see.
So by the time I finished episode 11, episode 12 was out.
Nice. Perfect.
And then for the next few episodes, I kind of didn't have much of a long wait between them. And then episode 15 happened, and there was much bigger wait between them, and so I just joined the team instead to make it go faster.
And thank you for that.
You're very welcome.
So it's kind of interesting that we both had the same experience with Fire Red ROM hacking. Because I talked about that as well. I tried to make one change to a trainer and broke the evolution.
Yeah. I have now... I know the tools of Fire Red ROM hacking now are really good. But at the time, I had only had experience of Fire Emblem ROM hacking, and the tools there couldn't do much of them, but they were very user-friendly. And me as a child, I say child, I was 14, 15, could make an entire ROM hack of Sacred Stones, which was bad. But it was fun for me.
You did it,
and
so
yeah. Exactly. I actually found that, because I mentioned it on stream last week, and I actually found it the other week, and it's fucking atrocious. But it exists. And I couldn't do a single thing, and so it was no, I'm just going to give up. The tools have gotten a lot better, but they were so bad at the time. You had to you kind of actually had to know how to do programming, which, funnily enough, given how I ended up joining this team, I didn't know how to do at that time.
But then... welcome Dark Nova, thank you for the follow. They ask, what was your team on your first playthrough? Do you remember?
I remember... So, kind of, yeah. My first playthrough of Reborn is also the only playthrough of Reborn I've ever completed. I beat E19 with my first playthrough. Because I was one of the ones, when I tested it, I was the main, tester for specifically, are things going to be fucked up with a really old save file? So I was pretty useful in a lot of the testing periods, because, yeah, I have my, old E11, E12 save file. So, for the end of, obviously, for post-game, most of the team ended up changing. I remember, my main, the one team member I definitely do remember is a Clefable, because I know my main strat for most of the main story, from basically from Adrian to the Pokemon League, and then also for a chunk of post game, was, because I'm bad at Pokemon, stack up a bunch of minimizes, throw some X items on, and then click Meteor Mash and or Moonblast. Because I'm bad at Pokemon, but I enjoy this game a lot, so I did that. And so I know Clefable was the mainstay of the team, and I don't actually remember anything else that was on the team, because most of the rest of it ended up being shuffled out over the course of post game. I'm pretty sure even in the final fight of post game, I still had the Clefable on the team.
Yeah. And March, so Chara's why haven't none of these devs ever beat the game? And March did beat it. They just had to wait for the game to be finished to beat it. But I think in the rest of our cases, because we're too busy making the game rather than playing it.
Yeah. I haven't beaten like the game starting from E19. Like the only complete save file I have is the like original one I started. So I've only beaten the game once. But like,
It'll be there.
exactly.
You as always have a massive backlog.
It is true, and I still do. It's pain and suffering, especially because I continually, whenever I have a big backlog of things to play, decide to just play something I've already played before. Chart, my favourite FNAF character is Fredbear for no reason except I remember an old meme I found that was just like, Fredbear's big, Fredbear's bad, Fredbear is your dad. It's just a picture of him saying mow the lawn. And I don't know why I found that so incredibly funny at the time, but so is Fredbear.
I might close the window real quick, so you keep talking.
Yeah, it's like completely meaningless, but there you go. Who is my favourite Reborn? Ooh. I'm gonna have to say either, Amethyst Reborn, who's, a cool person, you should, check her out. I hear she streams sometimes. Or maybe, perhaps, Reborn Tengu. That's a very cool Yu-Gi-Oh card. Boom. Covering my nerd bases.
Wait, who did you actually
I have played Rejuve before, but I've not beaten Rejuve up to the current release.
I missed who you said your favorite character was.
It wasn't my favorite character. I was asked my favorite Reborn, and I said the answers were either Amethyst Reborn, who's a really cool Twitch streamer you should check out, or also Reborn Tengu is a Yu-Gi-Oh card that I like.
Oh, okay. Well, who's your favorite Reborn character?
Ooh, that's an interesting question. I feel like I'm kind of obliged to say one of the characters I wrote down or created. I think let's not do that and be, thing. I sure as hell wouldn't have said this, before post game or anything like that. But I'm gonna make the very strange remark of saying Elias.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
And don't get me wrong, Elias fucking sucks. But also, I reckon, it's probably close. I think while I've done a little bit of writing for most characters in this game, I'm pretty sure Elias is the character I did the most writing for. And so I just kind of ended up they're cool. And
attaching
so I have
to him, yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't
and,
actually say what you did for the game. Go ahead and
It's
finish.
true. I am pro. I was for up until E19. I was programming for the game. I joined in, I want to say E16 or in the development of E16.
Yeah, that's
I was a programmer for a while, and then for a long time I was the lead programmer and kind of the only programmer other than Arme on the team. I did a bunch of things. You might know, things you hate, the barely functioning online of the game with me. The turny, the puzzle in the puzzle in Devonics that's not the electronics. That was me. The spinny movie tile things. I did that. While I wasn't programming, I did consult on a lot of puzzles and stuff in post game, and also the infamous magic square. I came up with one of the solutions to that. Was I? Yeah, I think I was only one of the solutions I came up with.
It was
that.
only one,
And
yeah, because you
I came up with the
easy one.
Yeah, the one that looks harder but is much easier.
Yeah, you say screw them, but they came up with the easy one.
Yeah, because there's two solutions to the matter. I came up with the one that looks a lot more intimidating but has a solution in 2 moves. Because I think you randomly generated the other one.
Correct.
And then I can't remember if you asked me or I just decided to do it myself.
I asked you if it were solvable by math, and your approach was to make a program for it.
That sounds like me. Yeah, Ame asked me if the random one she made was solvable. And yeah, I made a program to solve it. Not to find the most efficient solution, just to find if it is solvable. And in the process of the weird way I programmed that, it also spat out some interesting things you could do for ones that look very scrambled but are actually very close to being solved. And so the easy one came out of that. I also did the other big tournament of the game, which was the AI Battles tournament. which is a thing I will talk about at some point. And then also into episode 19, well, I did also still do some programming, mostly like bug fixing and back-end stuff rather than like major projects after that. I did a lot of writing for post-game. So in particular, I did writing for... I wrote the entire... and like designed the entirety of the Celebi quest in post-game, and also did a few portions here and there of other quests. I just kind of like did writing assistance, because I was... I hurt my hands, so I couldn't program as easily, but I could still write slowly. So, yeah.
So it's why I can't really say, like, featuring Programmer March, because they don't do really programming much anymore, or Writer March, because that also excludes most of what they did for the greater part of development. But yes, that was, another time was on March.
Yes, that was for me, that was the thing I think, safe to say, the thing I'm most proud of that I did in this game. That was, to not be too spoilery for people that like haven't done post-game and stuff and know what that is. That I think is just the thing that I did that like just made me feel good, because like clearly it showed that you trust me and my skills a lot. Because I was like, hey, let's just put this at the end of the Celebi quest, and you were like, no, let's put it in a much more important place.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's a lot of responsibility you are trusting me to have, and I like to think I did a good job of it.
You did. Alright, let's actually move the game forward a bit, because I've kind of been here for a minute, and then we can keep talking during the fight or something.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure the fight will only take one try, and we're not going to get much time talking.
Yeah, true. Because, God, it's so hard to make these fights that aren't Pulse 2 at this point in the game difficult. Well,
out of curiosity, how'd the fights go last week?
Say what?
Out of curiosity, how'd the fights go last week? Did you get struggle on any of them?
Pulse Mime was a struggle. The other, even Lumi and Pulse Klotzer, I think, were both first try.
Interesting, because I always absolutely get my shit kicked in by even Lumi.
Really?
So, yeah, I once, assuming you like know how, like, have the foreknowledge of like Mime and Claw, like, for my money, even Lumi are by far the hardest fight of this segment of the game for me.
Well, I'm proud of them. Surprised, but proud of them. Well, this sucks. I don't have particular ambitions for beating you, but I'd hoped to see this all the way through. And I admit it was somewhat of a relief to be partnered with you. You'll take on my brother if you see him, right? And if by some chance I win, I'll finish your business too. At least as best I'm able. We're in this together still, right? That announcer thinks she's real funny setting me up to take out my entire circle. But I guess I can't say I hate it. In fact, it felt good to fight her again. But it felt better when she stopped talking. People not talking is usually an improvement anyway, but this... I'm well aware she should be the person closest to me, but there's no closeness here. I seem to only be able to see those around me as enemies. Obstacles to work around. You too. Nothing personal. Maybe I'm just too damaged by my own mistakes to be around people. Tough shit. But it means I couldn't have asked for a better next round. Time to go kill the past. That one's a bit of personal feelings on my part as well. You ironically used a Sir skit for the Lumi and Eve fight. I'm fascinated. Tell me about this Sir skit. Alright, what am I doing? We're against Cowl? That's Volcano? No, it's not Volcano. What is it? What field is Cowl on?
It's not inverse again.
No, it's not inverse. Dragon's Den. That's right.
Oh, it's Dragon's
Okay.
Den, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking Volcano. I'm like, we don't have a Volcano.
Oh, right.
What am I thinking of?
Oh, right, because I remember, didn't you tease at one point that, like, Dragon's Den was used at least once outside the gym?
I said it was used for 2 gyms, because that was Saphira and Titania.
Oh, right, in Titania's gym.
Yeah.
Because you're fucking sneaky as shit. In the same way that you announced the Tournament of Booty, like, 3 years before episode 19 on April Fool.
Yeah, exactly. That's my favorite April Fool's joke, is just, like, something that's completely honest, that nobody's going to believe.
Yeah, I mean, insert Yakuza like a dragon here. Although actually, I think the causality is opposite there. I think that was an April Fool's joke, and the response was so good that they just made it real.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I do not believe it was that they were actually going to do it until they were like they realized on the April Fool's joke, oh, people really like this idea, so they just made the game.
I'm not that familiar with it. What about the premise lend it to being so attractive as an April Fool's joke and a real concept?
Yakuza Like a Dragon, unlike the rest of the Yakuza games, is a turn-based RPG, as opposed to an action game, and it is also the main protagonist has a big imagination, so a lot of stuff revolves around summoning and like turning into fantasy tropes and all that stuff because he's very creative and all of this imagination stuff going on. So it was basically like as a tongue-in-cheek, like here the next Yakuza game is just like Final Fantasy but a Yakuza game, and then people really fucking liked that idea.
I see. Okay.
And I have not played the game yet, but I have bought it at recommendation from Lissa, who is a huge fan of the game, and she knows what I like, and so I'm believed to. Imply like Dragon Quest, not Final Fantasy. Yes. Like Lissa can like vouch for this, but like I trust Lissa when she says it's a phenomenal game, and I will play it eventually because I do own it. But yeah, like my understanding, I know that was like revealed on April Fools, and my understanding is that it was revealed as a joke, but enough people liked it they made the game.
I see. I will have 2 Z moves here, so I just need to remember to not use it on Hollow. I really wish I had Dragon Dance on Flygon, because that would be helpful.
Have you considered getting better at the game?
By having Dragon Dance?
Yes.
Nope, haven't.
Fair enough. Can't argue that.
Well, we'll see how this goes.
I gotta say, I love your like status on Discord says live versus Saphira, and like, I mean, that's real aspirational.
No, it's not. There's 2 fights until then.
Yeah. And I'm glad that someone believes that you can make it to Saphira today.
I'm gonna have to fight you. There's 3 fights until then.
Yeah, and the gym puzzle, which I'm sure you'll get hard-walled by. Even though, if anyone should be able to do it in a single try, it's you.
Bitch, I might have to fight you.
Bring it.
Alright. But before that, we have a huge cutscene. Again. Because somebody wrote way too much dialogue for this section of the game. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary identifying individuals, to the next round of the Labrador Grand Tournament of that good cooch. The wheel of fate is turning. Rebel 2, Faito, on the left. His money laundering is so out of control, people call him up for dry cleaning. His history is shadier than Reborn's ghost leader. It's 7 o'clock and he does not know where his children are. It's Rartemis Van Halen. Yes, you're very clever. Thanks, you. And on the right, his songs may be 8 tracks, but his mind is only 1. It's the man with the personality of a rock and the... Wait. Shit, that was punchline. Ignore that because it's hard on Anderson! Yo, old man. I know you got kids to look out for and all that. I feel bad for him too, but I can't back down from this one. That's just as well. Oi, Hatman! Don't tell me you're going soft now, mate. We both gotta fight our best for this one, you heard it? On the contrary, for better or worse, my reasons to fight only continue to compound. Nevertheless, I have a rather strong distaste for putting others in the harm's way for my own purposes. Yeah, but this ain't our fault. Blame the announcer wench. Excuse you. I'm not just some wench. I am the wettest of wenches, and I refuse to be referred to by any other name. Make it rain, bitch. Fill that field up with that sweet wenchy water. Okay, now stop that. No, I refuse. I have no intentions of getting hung up on something as trivial as blame. I am only reminding myself of my past, of a time when I was not afraid of what consequences would befall others as a result of my actions. So the wettest of wenches things, like, the obvious innuendo aside, is also because that's an act at the Renaissance Festival here. It's the wet wenches, where they just spray everybody with water from a well as part of a comedy routine. This is one of those obscure references that I don't actually expect anybody else to get, but it just seemed appropriate to me. It is not a time I hold dear, but whether it is right or wrong, those who are depending on me will require me to fight for them right now. It is perhaps a necessary evil of parenthood. It ain't evil. That resilience is what makes us human. You may be right. I see that contrary to our overseer's comments, he possessed quite a bit of your own wisdom. I guess even dumb rocks sometimes have good stuff in them, Indeed.
Yeah, like crystal keys. Ooh.
Ooh! We would not be in this mess otherwise. But enough of that.
Oh shit, he actually like references that. Oh. Damn. I thought I was being clever. And he goes and said we would not be in this mess otherwise, referencing the exact thing I was being ham-fisted about.
Yes. Let us test our humanity against each other's. Meanwhile, back at the ranch dressing, it's a sister smackdown, a Belrose blowout battle, an all-orphan encounter. Can little Charlotte save the dragon of her sister, or is this dragoon about to be dragged off? That's also a reference to Drakengard. This isn't going to be a match. Agreed, I forfeit. Oh, no you didn't, girl! Didn't you hear what I said would happen if you didn't fight? Give us a show, or else. Rawr! And just what is it to you? It's everything. Hold on, baby moment.
Oh, it moves. That's weird.
She's just baby.
We'll see her tail flipping real time. Okay, I'm out of here.
My whole life has led up to this moment. All I ever wanted was just to see you fight more, Saphira. All my time in circus was dedicated just to trying to be half as entertaining as you were, Saphira. My love, won't you please do it for me? No. Fuck. If she's immune to my allure as a woman, whatever am I supposed to do? Answer the question. I don't wanna. Rawr! Okay, new plan. You wouldn't. That's a contradiction to the rules we've already established. Do I look like I care about rules to you? Jeez, millennials. I'm personally offended that you would ever even suggest that I could ever be that kind of person. What would it look like to you? Flowbot? Cringe. Darkest, deepest, moistest, cringe. If either of you forfeits, the other one will be punished. Simple biznitch. No. Don't pretend like I have a better shot at it than you do. This is the most practical approach. We aren't sure if the punishment will be different or worse, but we know what happens to the loser, so it's safer to fight. It's not complicated. This is wrong. Everything is wrong. Don't let your sentimentality jeopardize this. You're the only hope I have for moving forward. It's been that way for years. Gay! So gay it made the field gay too. If you win, you can go on and save me. If you lose, you save me that way. Assuming I make it out of the next rounds anyway. Who else is in this again? A rock-type gym leader and Amy, who I already lost to once? Gotta say, my odds aren't looking too good here. And what if we were both to be stuck here? You know what we have to do. Next up in the Raw Ringa, it's a sister smackdown. Wait, I feel like I just said that. The last of the remaining on Dick's Trainer School sorority shebang. Literally, Lamau. Face off for dominance and survival. Let's not waste another second. It's time to kill the past. Ooh, so desperate. I like that in a woman. Hey baby, you ever heard of position 52? Don't know it, don't care. Oofs in Esperanza. My heart, it's broken. Almost as broken as you. And also this short circuit field, am I right, guys up top? Very well, let us begin. Hypothesis. By merit of proven rank, subject's demonstrated ability may be abundant enough for conclusive success. Expected outcome. Unknown. If you're counting on me to get sentimental and mess up, you've already lost. Potentially confounding variables are by nature of their function recognized as possible variant factors rather than a given condition. You are aware that literally nobody likes you speaking like that, right? Efficient and clear communication is necessary for promoting proper understanding between individuals. There's nothing efficient about that. It's the longest temper tantrum anyone has ever thrown. Please, for the love of anything in this world that may be even remotely considered holy, build a little bridge and get over it. Considering the excision of emotions to be a temper tantrum proves paradoxical in nature. Not for someone who's aware of what led to that decision in the first place. And just in case you forgot who you're talking to, I'm well aware. The referred to events have definitively not been forgotten. It shows, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know why I did that, right? The reason stated was that the subject in question was unable to bear the pressure of emotional content in discussions. It was thereby actively suggested that the speaker emotionally disengage from the given social setting. This goal was achieved. I told you to disengage from the situation, not from your entire range of emotions. Yes, during the times you shut down, you put more pressure on me than a damn hydraulic press. But I know how much time you were spending with Amaria, and it was clear that the thing dragging you down was just her eternally sinking mood. You can't blame yourself for someone else's misery forever. But you sure were trying. This information is known. Fine, and then what happened? After repeated confidences burdening you with the greater part of my emotional conflicts, you were overwhelmed and lashed out at me. Wrong. I didn't just lash out from being overwhelmed. That was staged. You mean to assert that your prior emotional outburst was a calculated maneuver? Yes. I wanted to solve the problem that you refused to. If you weren't the one taking on the brunt of Amy's emotional labor, then you would be happier. And consider this, oh great calculator. If my goal in lashing out at you really was to relieve the emotional pressure on myself, it would have failed miserably. You backing off from Amy meant she had no one to turn to but me. For me, the situation either stayed the same or rusted over. Even if I could help her, I could at least get you out of there. That's why I told you that you were too much and that Amy and I were tired of dealing with you. What's been done can't be undone. Only one thing can. Your godforsaken mannerisms. You have until the end of our battle. But that's the end of the line. Get your page number now, because I'm closing this chapter. This is how the past should die. Draw your last. I've no misguided mercy for you anymore. And for our fourth round of the match, the Flaming Fist of Child Abuse faces off against Save Scum McGee. It's been a good run, I guess. This might be a little silly, but well, I feel like I don't know anything about you. You just kind of showed up and stuff started happening. I feel like the world's gonna be in good hands if I lose. Obviously, we still gotta fight, but you've got my trust no matter what. Okay, nope, no more of the sappy business. What do I look like, a Heracross? Yuck! Either kiss or get on with it already. No thanks. For those who don't know, because Tekal is gay, his line is a little bit different there. He gets a bit flustered if you're playing a boy character.
I did not realize he said no thanks if you're not playing a boy character. That's cool.
What's the matter? Oh, go ahead.
I just assumed he always got flustered.
Nope.
That's me. Good time.
What's the matter? Need me to set the mood? I picture this. It's a... Oh no, this is you.
I was wondering if I'd get away with forgetting.
No, I can spare you if you want.
I mean, is it different or is it the same one again?
It's like similar. I'll just do it. It's... Oh, no, you got it?
Yeah, sure, I'll do it.
Okay.
If it's not exactly the same. It's a dark and horny night. Tired from it. Okay, it's slightly different, I see. Tired from a long and hard, winky-faced day of work. Busting a nut up on Team Meteor. Amy essentially ripped off her uniform, revealing her smooth, lanky body before progressing into her shower. Oh god. And then suddenly a motherfucking dragon appeared? And it was all like, rah! Wait. Where the heck's the dragon at? Shit, dragon on the loose! What a fight!
I guess there's nothing else to it. Let's each do our best to end this. Give cat, says Cass. Isn't the cat in there with you? Yes! You already have the cat! How am I supposed to give you cat? Okay. Now, theoretically, with Aurora Veil, surely this little baby Eevee can live a thing to baton pass to, what, Flygon, probably? Give cat... Why are you people like this? You give cat! Oh my god. Nope, through Aurora Veil, Eevee just dies. That's unfortunate.
It isn't Eevee.
It is
It
what?
has like, yeah, it isn't Eevee. It has like one base effect.
I thought I might live with Aurora Veil. Yes? Oh, I wonder if this is choiced. Maybe that's why. Oh, I forgot that killed the field. Oh, I'm cringe. I think I lagged for a moment. Surely... Yeah, I would assume that Magmortar is Specs if it was still using Lava Plume there. Oh, thank you for that, Necromancer. God, I can't use Hurricane here. Let's just see what happens if I try. That was still pretty good. Ooh, and the miss? Gaming?
You are a gamer.
Partner Cal has Splash? Was that for a Z-Splash or something?
I'll go look it up, I guess.
Oh no, the extreme speed, I didn't think about that.
Damn, get good.
Yeah, you're right. Outrage and it outspeeds? Okay, well that's just a loss. Which of his mons has Splash?
Partner Cal Magmortar has Splash and an Assault Vest. That's
Wait.
gotta be a bug. Like, let me just, like... I'm just getting this off of the wiki, but, like, I'll send you a DM, Arme. Like, this is Partner Cal's team.
It's just... It's psychic damage to me that that's the best Square Enix does.
Okay, well, it's not Scarfed, it had a C.
It has a
We just
C.
saw it.
What
We
was
just
that?
saw it.
Special attack?
I believe so, yeah. We just saw it get a C boost. I'll check what the C does, just in case I didn't see what the boost, and I just saw it got a C boost.
Does it not have an electric attack, though?
I don't know. I can pull up the PBS if you want.
I guess Lava Plume is, like, double boosted, so maybe that's why it's using that no matter what?
Oh, I think, so the Seed is not only plus on special attack, it also adds the Flash Fire boost, so it's
Okay.
boosting Fire boost even more.
So there's,
So that'll
like...
modify. It's like triple damage on Fire boost at the moment, so
Got
that's probably
it.
why.
Alright. I think Oceanic Operator kills it. I just don't know if I want to kill the field. Fine, I'll do it. I made this game. I'll own up to it.
Maybe Eevee can take it? I mean, you're not going to get another chance to try.
You're right. Wait, no, I owe you...
You use Oceanic Operator. Never fucking mind. I mean, you could have just tried a Hyper Beam for the funsies. I feel like Eevee, this fight might not be Eevee's time to shine. Oh. Also, you should have taken the L.
No, it's not the PC. I'm in pain.
That makes sense. Floria is like all set up.
How's the BS tournament? It's fine. I didn't expect to have any trouble with this. Hi Hades, Rain, welcome.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Seeing as we might be here for a bit, why don't I talk about another tournament?
Yes, please do.
So, I was looking around, and I believe I have lost the spreadsheet, the original spreadsheet.
Ooh.
I do have like the analysis still. Or I've lost the spreadsheet where I like did all of the analysis on, so I couldn't like do anything extra or check other things. But I have all of the most interesting analysis is still like in the dev blog post, so I've like read over that. Like maybe the spreadsheet is somewhere still. It might even be on like my old laptop. I didn't look there, but I think I copied everything over, so I don't know. But regardless, some of you who have been around for a while might remember a dev blog post from like 2 years ago, before episode 19 came out, where I was continuing the joke that the tournament of Booty was just an April Fool's joke. But also, Jesus Christ, I just got whiplash because this was posted in 2021, and there's a line in the post that mentions that the April Fools you announced the tournament of Booty was 2.5 years before that.
Pain.
Yeah, so that was April Fools, 2019, that you announced this tournament as a joke, which is, suffering. But anyway, after we had done like the story testing internally, so I'd beaten the main story like in the dev team, but like post game wasn't done. Perry did some like fun stuff to test the AI, because this is when we were shifting towards. I don't think Cass had like begun overhauling the AI yet, but it was when she was starting to consider doing that, if I remember correctly. And so just like get an idea of where some of our big AI problems were, and where there might have been like lag on it and that kind of thing, because that's what we were trying to identify when the AI was slow. Perry made a fun little program that made that could like automate battles between the AI. And that was mostly just meant as a like brute force technique to see how the AI was performing and like what things were making it slow down in preparation for fixing it, doing things with like fixing lag and refactoring it, and then eventually Cass decided to completely redo the whole thing because my code was bad. But yeah, I mean my code was better than Sentient's, but like Cass is actually a programmer, and I am a hobbyist.
She had a lot more freedom to actually do stuff with it.
Yes.
And part of that is on me too, because I was originally writing the pseudocode for that, and I didn't really plan on. I need Hurricane to hit. Actually, I'm just gonna Dragon Pulse. That's safe. Hopefully, I can kill with Accelerock.
Yeah, we were both of us were inexperienced enough with programming that I think both of our levels of inexperience kind of compounded with each other.
Yeah.
To the point where the code was not great. I mean, it worked, but it was very inefficient and bad. Such. Axelrod probably does it here, right?
Say what?
Axelrod probably does it here, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah. But yeah. So anyway, Perry did that whole thing about and I saw that when he was kind of talking about the thing, and I was like, Could you change that code other than to just see where the AI causes problems and when errors happened? Okay, yeah, this was just a big batch script to test as many situations as possible to see where errors happened. And I was like, hey, can you perchance make it spit out whether someone wins or loses a fight? And Perry was like, of course I can do that. And I was like, hey, could you perhaps run it so every AI battled every other AI? This was shortly after the, if anyone remembers, the Elo World video where a YouTuber whose name I forget made did basically this but in Pokemon Red and Blue. And I shamelessly stole the idea. Except I didn't use the Elo system because that was way more work. But yeah, so Perry had sub thing, made every AI battle every other AI, and then just like gave me a text file with just like all of the battles listed, who won, who lost, everything, and then I put all of that into a spreadsheet and did a bunch of data analysis because I'm a math nerd. And yeah, I will continue this story when you get stuck on the next fight.
When I get stuck in the next fight?
Yeah, you gotta have a hook. Keep the audience coming back.
Alright.
I'm upping your streamer game.
Okay, thank you. Also, Hades Ring, I appreciate that. I'm really glad you liked that. That was a very fun fight to design. Aaron, however, I'm going to fight you. Okay. I can accept that. I'll have to. And our match concludes with Amy as the winner! Woo! A speedrun of Reborn. Oh, that's terrifying. March kind of sounds British. Yeah, there's a reason for that. And what an upset it isn't. Amy, I'm counting on you. Everyone is.
Yep. I'll take only sounding kind of British. That's an upgrade from sounding British.
I have one favor. Please, find a way to save... Nah, none of that. All this talk about saving people is an awfully big assumption, isn't it? But go on. There's more battles yet to fight. There's always more battles left to fight. That's the way you like it. Ciao.
Have you already pointed out that the display actually like dynamically shows how many team members you have left?
Oh yeah. Like in the anime.
Yeah, like I don't know if you pointed it out last week or not. So
I don't think I did.
If you did.
That one we had some extra code for.
That was
the Lumi Eve battle was a first try. You feel like you love them as you can play them on their home field advantage or hunt down a Rockruff, evolve it into Lycanroc, and use a Z-move to destroy everything. Yeah, that's the advantage for sure. Yeah, Reborn speedruns are like 4.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, so like if you get good at that, you could do it. I think it was great.
So spend hubs like it was once the Desolate Land version, but then nothing remains to it like a Husk Clinging to Life. Yeah, we were trying to go for like Shedinja vibes on that. Oi, you made it! Old Hatman nearly had me beat back there, but he choked. Can't say I blame him, though. I get the feeling he and I ain't so different. Only time had longer to wear him down. Sometimes I think, what if that happens to me someday? There's no time like the present, and there's nothing like being with it every step of the way. At least, I'm pretty sure that's how that verse went. You good? Alright, sorry for asking. Are there exits? Not one. Then time's wasting. Let's start the next round. You know we, still go away from my sister, yeah? Incorrect. Whoa! Really? You actually beat her? Correct. Despite all her tough tuck and high rank, huh? Correct. I've got a lot of mixed feelings about that. Then everyone's here. Great, let's go. Lost your reason to care, huh? Don't try it. All of you are already erased. Everything from here until I escape this place is just a formality, so there's no point in trying to make nice. Oi, ain't you counting us out a little early? We all got this far same as you did, and whether or not any of us going anywhere, there's no use in making the atmosphere all grim. I think there's been a misunderstanding. I must have somehow given the impression that I care about your opinion. That was a grave mistake on my part, and for that I apologize. I think I see where gets it. Don't stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. I think that takes the cake for the worst cover I've heard. I'm curious, was there ever any plan of giving the Desolate Land version a sprite battle of its own? There was not, I'm sorry. That just kind of got retconned. The speaker now better comprehends the phenomenon of loud noises causing glass to shatter. Speaking of going deaf, did you not hear me earlier, or are you choosing to ignore it? Let's get this started. So eager. But Lady Sephora, can't we at least wait until the second date? Based on last round's brackets, my opponent should be Hardy, correct? Gosh, asking something so personal like that. I guess if it matters to you so much, I can put the display up. But it's not because I want you to keep going or anything, Babaka. Okay then, look at the screen. Now back to me. Now back to the screen. Now back to me. Sadly, that awkwardly panned camera isn't me, but if you look back to the screen, you could smell like me. Look down. Now back up. Where are you? You're in a room with the gal your gal could rar like. What's in your hand? Back at me. I have it. It's the hallway to that person you have to fight. Look again. The hallway is made of now diamonds. Anything is possible when you're not as boring as Florinia. I'm made of horse. Rawr!
You had fun with that bit, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. So what's it was a little bit tough to get the timing to play nice because I had to pan the camera down and then all the way up and to the right to this a separate room on the same map fast enough that the timing would work. I noticed that just then you can see a little bit as the camera is panning down out of the main lobby that it kind of swerves to the right at the very end. But it was a little bit tricky to get that to work. Another detail I think that a lot of people don't realize is that the hallway being made of diamonds is below these like squares is a sprite form of the cover of Pokemon Diamond version.
I've never been able to figure out what is under there. But like now that you said that, I can just make out Dialga's head. That's amazing.
Yeah, like you can see the white edge of the Nintendo DS thing. You can see the yellow from the Pokemon.
That's like I've never noticed that, but now you've told me, I absolutely see it. That's incredible.
I'm proud of what I've done. All right, here we go again. Hello? Welcome to the third round of the semifinals of the Wabadora Grand Tournament of Das. We'd like to remind tonight's audience that this tournament is brought to you...
mate, you need to do the rest of this in a Hulu voice.
That this tournament is brought to you by Devon Corporation and the Weather 3... March told me to keep doing the voice! This tournament is brought to you by Devon Corporation and the letter 3. Devon Corp, get your Dev on. That's the best you could think of? No. What do you want from me? Effort? Get on with it already. Oh, I'll get on with it, alright. In the first bracket, his accent may be fake, but his stupidity is not. This pony is so one trick you could call him Big Mac. It's the man without a plan. Hardly. He faces off against a literal raging bull. No, he doesn't. Yaha. You a bullshit-ass bull. 'Cause I said so. And I'll fight. I ain't exactly been a big fan of your attitude, mate. I'm more than willing to take you down a notch or two. And I can't say I appreciate your nonchalance about your sister's failure. But I'm not here to split hairs. I'm not even here to fight. What? And just what you think's gonna happen to your sister if you do that? You said nothing can happen to them anymore, and there's no way to bring them back. So there's no reason for me to go on. Right! Now hold on just a second. Maybe nothing can happen to them anymore, but that doesn't mean nothing can be done about it. You're just trying to backpedal on saying that to egg the match on. Unless you explicitly confirm that there's a way to save the losers, there's no reason for me to fight. Take me out now, otherwise. Fine! Yes!
Secure password generated.
True. Terra confirmed bottom. There's a way to save your precious little losers. Are you happy now? You sure you ain't just saying that? No, that's fine. The fact that she was willing to say that is enough. Huh? What are you talking about? Terra, the field. Now. Ain't you tell me what to do, girl? Not out of the bedroom. Rawr. I'm tired of wasting time. It's already obvious that I'm going to win no matter which field you pick, so let's get it over with. Damn, girl, you cockier than a rooster in heat! And? Do you really think it's not justified? If so, then prove it. Oh! Very well! If you insist, then I'll use my special move! Kame! Ame! Roar! Is that the rocky field? Sweet. Perfect. Perfect. This is my gym's field, you know. Why would you be happy about that? Because that told me everything I needed to know. We understand our situation, but we don't understand what the enemy gains from it. And it's just to thin out our numbers so we can't fight them? That's illogical. If they wanted to minimize resistance, she would just freeze us all or trap us in here and be done with it. The promise of an exit tells us a lot about their motivation. Only 3 things motivate me. Cash money, that Gucci poon, and Chicken Invaders 4, Cluck of the Dark Side. Which is a real video game. I used to play Chicken Invaders 2 when I was younger. So, what does that mean exactly? I'll get there. In my last round, Charlotte and I both attempted forfeit, but Tara urged us on. I'm sure Charlotte knew what I was trying for. If just thinning out numbers aimlessly was her goal, then there would have been no reason to encourage us to battle. This meant that she may have been pushing for a specific person to win. Apparently not, though. If she wanted anyone else to win, there would be no need to encourage me not to drop out. However, if she were steering this in my favor, she wouldn't have taken my bait and set a field against me. Thus, we can rule that possibility out. Lady playing me like a chess piece! Even her saying it's possible to free the others, whether or not it's true, eliminates the possibility of this just being to crush our spirits. As a result, there's only one remaining possibility. And what's that, huh? Well, there's no point in me telling someone who's already raced. I was only curious how much she would argue with me, but it seems she has no points to do so. So all that's left is for me to remove you. That's clever and all, but aren't you being a little too hasty? I may be ranked below you, but I'm only 1 rank below you, and this field gives me a pretty huge edge. Oh. You weren't listening? I already said. I can win on any field.
You know, there was a universe in this segment of the game where I could have thought that Hardy might actually win, and then you just come back to the gym battle with her later. Well, that would have been mostly just because I know you, and that's exactly the kind of bullshit you would pull. Mm-hmm. Because of all the fights in this, Saphira making it to the end is so extremely obvious. I was like, well, so obviously she's gonna lose.
Yeah, that's fair.
But you know, sometimes it is okay to do the expected thing, and also it means you don't have to write a whole segment where you came back and did the gym battle.
True. She did not, in fact, win in the AI versus AI. Hi, Perry. We were just talking about that, and you.
Yes, I was gonna kind of talk about that while I was doing the battle, and I kind of introduced it in the last fight, but then I rudely won. So in fairness, Saphira did win in the AI battle versus battle against in general she was by far the best gym leader, but specifically she did lose against Hardy on Rocky. So you know what I'm saying is this game is fucking rigged.
Saphira's probably just got a lucky crit or something.
Yeah. Or maybe it's because we only tested Rocky Field doubles. So maybe this fight was in singles and Hardy loses there, but I don't know. But,
I would have assumed this was a singles fight.
Rocky Field doubles, Saphira in the AI fight did lose to Hardy. In the AI.
Funky. It feels like every sentence March says the mic quality decreases.
I apologize.
You're going through a tunnel.
I am going through a tunnel, and I have a cold, and I'm, playing with a fucking, I'm blindfolded,
Your little brother is speaking?
Yeah, my little brother is speaking. I'm playing with a, dance pad,
A dance pad? I'm sorry.
What? Are you really disrespecting the record holder of Bowser's Big Bean Burrito?
No, so firstly, the joke would be USB steering wheel, but
okay, I couldn't remember what it was, so I just went for fucking Dance Dance Revolution pad.
It's just because your Britishness caught me off guard there for a sec because I would say dance pad. That's the same vowel sound, but you say dance pad.
Yes, because the word is pronounced dance, not dance.
March. Okay, so you know, like a dance pad, like for Dance Dance Revolution. So March pronounces that dance pad.
Yeah, dance. Dance right?
Right?
Is chop.
I know, right? Like, it makes me think of, like, dunce, like a dunce hat, like a dunce farce.
No, like dance is like chant.
No, but then why is it not pod? Why is only one of the same A sounds change, right?
Because English is a fucked up language.
Thank you. I want to take this information take this moment to go back to the pasta versus pasta issue.
Oh my god.
So the British people say pasta, but they say, you say what, pasta for the priest?
A priest is a pasta, and yes, the food is pasta.
That's so fucking backwards. Alright, anyway. Meanwhile, in our second racket, who again fights the F12 combo? The speaker laments the circumstances necessitating the upcoming trial. Nevertheless, they have been deemed necessary by the operational subject group. Accordingly, let us begin. Oh my god, stop! I have been up here trying to hype up this tournament all day, and you just come up here like, hello. Oh wait, I have to let the in-game volume do this. It's gonna be pretty quiet, right? I couldn't make it louder.
I have no personality and nothing interesting to say.
I fell asleep 14 times just in those 3 lines alone. Okay, new plan, guys. Pre-field dialogue is cancelled. You get a glitch field because you're a goddamn robot. Okay, now get to it. But no boring shit. I'm watching you. Very well. Hypothesis. Subject's ability remains abundant enough for conclusive success. Expected outcome, aiming victory.
This is where you eat shit. That's how you like get Florinia's emotions back. You prove her and now it's fucking wrong.
Fuck, I forgot she led
Like
Hippo.
losing. Damn, who made this game?
Okay, but easy switch. Easy miss. I need to not, nope. I need to not use my Z move.
Correct.
Hup. Bah? Alright, what are we doing? Sand Slash. Alright, I really want to get this. Great. That was a great random thing it rolled into. Now we Aurora Veil. And now we kill. What's your ice answer? Ferrothorn. What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
Nothing that can deal with an Eevee, I expect.
I don't want a hard switch, so let's sack Hollow. Sorry, Odd. And then
I think
we
it's
will
already
go
experienced there.
to Eevee. Great. And now we baton pass. And
Baton.
we will go. I was just saying that one sillily. Yeah. Soliloquy. And now this is over. I probably should have Encored is what I was gonna say, but it doesn't have anything to do besides Giga Drain, which seems wrong. I guess it's because this has a decent special attack on this field.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna Drain Punch this and see... Wow. Well, that's fine. We can Power Punch some more. Wow, that doesn't kill at +6? What?
At +1. You're basically at +5, but
Oh,
still,
okay.
like,
That's still kind of crazy. It's a shame this fight isn't challenging at all.
yeah, I did not even get a chance to talk about the AI tournament. Sad.
Classic. Or tragic is what I tried to say.
Yeah, classic.
Classic.
Marge being sad. Ame just like, yup. This is normal. What a good friend you are.
The present moment remains an opportune time for emotional interference. Nevertheless. Bonk. Wow.
Once again, +1 is not super effective because it's no type.
Oh, right, okay. So I should have just returned.
Yeah. Well, you should have been returning against everything, but... Actually, no. That was the because you wanted heals. Either way, though. GG.
Very well.
Glitchfield fights do tend to be like curb stops in one direction or another. they tend never to be close.
Yeah. Challenger remains due to proceed. And that's a wrap. You just do the singing. I'll take care of the hard part. Wink, 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 wink. That's Poke Rap, actually, I believe. Nevertheless, a substantial option may still exist. An application has been interfaced with effectively creating a pseudo backup repository for... Lady, stop. What did I tell you? About the thing you're doing again? Where you say a whole lot of syllables, but not very many words? All phonemes uttered by this individual veritably combine to form coherent English words. Yeah, but they still don't say shit, though! Don't talk back to me, bitch! I raised you better than that! Now go take a time out! And you! You are my favorite person right now, because not only do you never say anything, but you won, and let me shut her up! As a prize for your great service in the name of the Terranator, you may proceed. Florinia is AI generated.
Given that, you announced and therefore planned this 4 years before you finished the game, I am genuinely curious. Was there ever a time where the matchups for this tournament were not going to be fixed?
No.
You always had planned. Okay, this is going to be a set linear chain of events.
Yeah, because I wanted this to be able to wrap up a bunch of character arcs here.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're writing compelling dialogue for every combination would have been wildly impractical.
That makes sense. But also, it does sound like a thing that you would, commit to doing. So
I'm being called out live on stream.
You are.
Good. I was counting on it being you. Tara. Yes? I have a request. A request? For me? I mean, I can go ahead and listen if you insist, but it's not like this makes me feel important or anything, Babaka. Load the gem. So suddenly? Saphira-chan, I never knew you felt that way about me. Now. And none of the fucks makes you think I'm taking orders from you! The only dragons I listen to are the bad ones, winky face. You don't need to do it because it's an order. You need to do it because it'll be more interesting. X to doubt. That's the purpose of this tournament, right? If it's not to reduce our strength, not for the purpose of breaking us, and not to create a certain victor, then there's only one thing left. Entertainment. You've created this tournament for your or someone else's amusement. Am I wrong? Maybe? We've been through 3 rounds of this so far. The formula must be getting stale. Let's shake it up. If Amy wins, she gets her last badge. And I get to fight on my field. The stakes are raised, which makes things more interesting, right? The council accepts your decision, but does not grant you the rank of master. If you don't put on a hell of a show, I'll wire you to pieces. Ka-cheek. Yeah, just dragons that are meanies. Capiche. Yeah, that. On your left. but you better not disappoint. Otherwise, Timmy gets it. That won't be an issue. No time like the present. I'll be waiting, Amy. So this is where I go in with like 5 fairies again, right? Welcome to home, sweet home, in a sense. Nah, bitch, this is my house now. I, the King of Evil, have claimed the sacred Golden Land as my own. And with it, all your booty are belong to us. Rawr! And now, I'll show you the best thing about this place. Intercom volume muted. This gym was built inside the competitive facility for convenience and broadcasting. But it would be annoying if the concurrent tournament's announcements played over a private gym battle. This way, we can make sure challenges stay undisturbed. I can't imagine being more thankful for it than I am right now. I'll be waiting at the top, but there are things you must understand first.
By the way, just seeing as I think most people don't know it exists, do you want to show off what happens if you leave the room?
Oh yeah. Yeah, let's do that.
Because I have spoken to a number of people that play this game, and I'm pretty sure I don't think I've met a single person that has discovered that this is a thing that happens. Now do it again.
Bitch! Homegirl didn't even know what happened last time girl put me on mute. Showed up at her house with a mallet, and a ball gag, and a 50-gallon drum filled entirely with jello. Bitch never put me on mute again after that. Winky face. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Bitch did think she earns her upper hand with her little gambit, but the only hand she earned is the backhand. Pimp slap. Rah all over her. Time to tip the scales, bitch. I'm gonna let you slip out the back before my hubby gets home. True. And by the back, I mean the front. And by before the hubby gets home, I mean before you find her. And by slip out, I mean rar. Let you prepare. Come back. Give her the backhand proper. You feel? You feel. Winky face. But don't be getting any ideas. Everyone else is still stuck here. Better be sure you come back for them. Capiche, Pikachu? Now get before anyone notices or changes their minds. Front door's open. Winky face.
Yeah, I don't really know anyone. A few people have mentioned in chat, but I don't know anyone that I've spoken to that like realize you can just like leave now. It's like a fun little bit there.
What the hell?
That was me. I don't know if stream can hear that, but
I think it did, because I heard that. Why did you air horn right then?
I had it open for next time someone tried to say a character name, and then I accidentally clicked it. So, because I wanted to time it next time you were going to do a character name, because I mentioned it would be Terra doing an air horn over the speakers. I was like, haha! I'm gonna like surprise Ame. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be great. And then I accidentally clicked it when I was changing tabs. So now you've just got that experience. Also, now I know I can do that to distract you while you're trying to focus on this puzzle.
Oh no, that's rude!
I'm prepping my soundboard, and I'm going to make sure you miss the Zoro arc.
No, I won't miss the Zoro arc. I won't miss the Zoro arc. I will not miss the Zoro arc. I'm telling you right now. Alright, so the concept for this puzzle was always King of the Hill, and enacting that was a fucking huge challenge. It was very fun to make. This part in development, I was getting a little bit antsy to stop making Pokemon games, which is why the puzzles after this point get a little bit less Pokemon friendly and more like active like this. But I had a lot of fun with this. It's also really pushing RPG Maker to its limits. So the way this works is that there are like 4 events off on the left side of the map. No, not like the TV show, like the game. The game on which the TV show is presumably named. So there's an event that manages the individual paths of each event. There's an event that is activating those events at the right time. There is an event that is tracking how much damage the treasure chest has taken, and there is an event that is constantly detecting the player's position relative to the events to try and simulate something like the trainer notice, which we wouldn't normally be able to do with events that behave like this. So, Originally, I made this puzzle through event commands on RPG Maker purely, and that was a huge pain, and I should not have done that. Later on, because of lag and trying to make this a little bit more stable, we had to move parts of this into script processing, because script processing is always inherently faster than RPG Maker event commands. And like I said, this is really pushing the engine to its limits. It is barely keeping up with this. MKXP handles a lot better, I think. I don't recall if we were surely on MKXP by now at least, but it was just a little bit unreliable through events. And the same is true for the Victory Road stuff coming up. But this is currently held together by like glue and popsicle sticks. I am, however, proud that we could do this. So we have a little quiz thingy first. There are some relationship points here, but I don't remember where. What's most precious to you? Other. I want to say, like, I want to say community and caring people, so I think friends is closest. What was more important, your value to them or theirs to you?
See, this is the moment where we see, Alme's character growth.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, which one will you click?
Oh, I see. Is that growth, though? That implies that it would have been different before. It feels like she twists her words almost no matter what you say. Yeah, this is very much just like, it's trying to challenge whatever ideal you have. Family does get points from her, yeah. Though her challenge for family is, are you just saying that because you know that's the one that she values?
Does she give you points if you admit that, like, yes? Like, is it further points if you're like, yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying it?
I don't recall. I think there is a little bit of forgiveness there.
Yeah.
It's a bit tough. Which is more important, your value to them? Okay, so my value to them. Yes, that's the one. Do you really believe you're that selfless? Having value to others is just a roundabout way of keeping myself secure. Are you sure I even have value to them? Me in particular, I can be sure of that because I have a lot of very good people supporting me. Thank you to everybody who has helped me be able to have faith that, anything that we've done here has mattered. Appreciate you all.
Right.
But a lot of these things are very much that bit is my own insecurity. The other things are my own judgments I've basically put onto Saphira. To be human is to know inferiority. Certainty is never just that, only a point at which we've decided to stop pursuing a deeper truth. It's when you stop fighting. No matter, it's time for it to begin again. Your precious thing is inside that chest. The world does not want you to keep it. Threats will approach from all sides. Eliminate them before they reach their goal. Here are the rules. If you want something, fight for it. There are no breaks. There are no second chances. There are no other rules. That was her original gym quote on the online league. Good luck. There's no wrong answers. There are answers that lose you relationship points, but you will always get to this point. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and save this here, foolishly. We're going to start up slow.
So you're going to do this first try, because you know all of the tricks of this puzzle.
I don't quite remember all the Pokemon orders, but I think I have a good shot of trying this.
You don't necessarily know the order, but you do remember what all the, you remember all of the fuckery bullshit.
I do remember all the fuckery bullshit.
You remember Garchomp, you remember Magneton, and you remember Zoroark, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. She just tried to hit right into something that used to be a huge point of insecurity for me, and I just sat there like, Saphira girl, do you think saying that is going to do anything to me at this point after I figure out how to remind myself I was just being mean? Damn. Yeah, everybody hates the Magneton. The Magneton is also, frankly, the important part of this quest, because otherwise you just don't move from the chest. I really needed a reason to force people to move.
Also, I feel like, practically, unless you, remember exactly the positioning, the best way, in my opinion, to deal with Garchomp is to go to it instead of waiting for it to come to you.
Well, so that was the goal. With all of Blaziken, Magneton, and Garchomp, it was to force you to go to it. However, in practice, if you know where...
The only one
Say what?
Garchomp's the only one that you like need to go to.
Yeah, because
Whereas,
Garchomp and Blaziken, you can intercept them if you know where to stand.
Yeah, you can block them. You're right.
Is that the knight? Yes. I'm going to switch Noivern because I need that Z move to hold up. Presumably it'll have a steel type or something, right? Knight Dan. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Dan was like, I'm sad that I don't have a trainer in game, so I put him in game. And that's how this happened. Alright.
He's also in the dev room with a Rowlet.
Yeah. Had a hard time with this the first time, but it was so much fun. Super glad to hear this. So the reason that I did not make this skippable for New Game Plus for the white shards is because this is a puzzle in the sense that the challenge is kind of in the execution rather than just figuring out. But I know that a lot of people dislike having to do this again. You're so right. Noivern. Oh, that's... Okay, good. I'm fine with that. What are you gonna do? Some people struggle to keep up with it. Some people feel like it's just a lot. Probably other people in the chat can answer that better. Boom burst! Blaziken's revving up speed. Okay.
Lissa sends her regards.
Oh, okay, thanks. Wait, oh shit, it's up there already? Damn it, I ran down for Blaziken immediately. Well, I lose. I forgot I had to do that one first.
Damn. I'm so bad at this video game.
Truly. Wait, where did it go? Didn't I... Wasn't there a thing? Did it just break on me? Or did I make it so that it doesn't damage multiple times without despawning the attacker? I'm confused what just happened, to be honest. Get Noivern back in the front.
I just realized I was muted.
Oh, what were you saying?
I was just saying, I definitely saw it like looking like it take damage, but I don't think you disabled it. So like, I'm gonna like look up the order of things for the gym puzzle and see what was theoretically there.
Yeah, maybe do that, because I'm confused what just happened.
Say, unfortunately, the wiki does not have like a list of the puzzles. So I'm gonna find it somewhere else, I guess.
You had an unequipped bag and ended up going through the berries to keep going. That's awesome. I really like that, actually. I am, in fact, going to take a potion right now as well, between battles. Ooh, I wonder if I'm low on equips, too. Hated this because it was too different. Yeah. I can see how on the third or fourth time this would get a bit tedious, especially if, you know, your main thing at that point is to enjoy the battles with different teams.
Frustratingly, I can't find like just like a list of the I can't actually find like a guide on this gym puzzle. That's not a video, which I don't want to do right now. Obviously because I'm with you, so I can't actually see like what the order of things is.
Thought I outspeed.
To see what it was. We can You can like, I'll like watch a video on it later and see what just happened. I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Try
really
and figure it out.
confused.
Yeah, I just can't find a written guide for this puzzle, or so I can't see like what the mon is.
Oh, if only I had flag on up. I should be able to flamethrower this. I'm gonna go ahead and take a revive on Flygon as soon as I can. So, whatever happened there, I probably only have 2 hits left on this, which is a bit dicey. Maybe I have a failsafe that it doesn't damage, you know, why not? It doesn't damage more than twice, or more than 3 times per attacker. Something is lifting the treasure away, bye! Bitch, hold on! I saw it! Wait, that wasn't it? Ugh. You?
I didn't realize they happened at the same time.
Yes. So the Zoroark actually...
I didn't realize that the Zoroark was already on its way up when I know when to expect Zoroark, but in my mind it's always, oh, Zoroark is immediately after Magneton. I didn't know it was already getting ready.
Yeah, so I think you despawned the Charizard that was attacking the chest. I see. Huh. Awkward. Yeah, so the plan, part of the plan for Zoroark was it is moving up and you have a chance to see it move in between its illusions as you're walking down the Magna Zone.
That's cool. Like, yeah, like, I've seen, like, movement before, but I didn't realize there was movement, like, there. I think part of that is because when I do this puzzle, at this point, I'm already waiting where Magneton is.
Yeah.
Because I, like, by the time I was, like, doing this puzzle properly, I was, like, fully predicting it.
Shit, I'm gonna be a little bit slow because of that.
Yeah, you might lose here.
1 hit.
Oh.
1 hit. I have 1 HP left.
Yeah, so I just don't notice Zoroark, because, yeah, like, by the time I, like, actually did this in one run, it was because I remembered, like, I, like, just went to Magneton.
So, also, this puzzle used to be a lot faster in general, because when I was making it, I knew exactly where everything was going to be. I should have gotten that Flygon on the way up. Ooh, that just lagged. I need to switch back to Noivern. Because of that foreknowledge, I was a lot more prepared than most average players actually were. And I had to slow the puzzle down like 3 or 4 different times during testing.
Interesting.
Does Dragon Pulse just kill? It doesn't matter actually, I may as well use the Z move. I'm still burning PP either way.
Do Z moves use PP?
Yeah.
I should know, oh, that's another thing I did. I fully implemented
programmed
Z moves in
Z-moves.
this video game. And I also put out, like, a pack for people to add that into their own games, but that's,
Yeah.
That has not been supported for a very long time.
That sure hasn't. And I think Essentials has Z moves by now, right?
I believe that's in Essentials now, and I don't know if they adapted my code or did their own thing. But for a while, Essentials didn't have Z moves as, like, natively supported, and I put out, like, a pack for that. Because I was like, yeah, why not? Doing it for this game anyway. Like, theoretically, the chest has 1 HP left.
Yes.
So you have to be perfect from now
I have to be perfect.
on. So, Garchomp's going to be fun, unless you remember the exact tile it attacks on. You have to go get Garchomp.
I think
right?
I actually do. I think it's the bottom right.
Well, we can put that to the test. And what else? Isn't the Onslaught of Flyers?
That still has to happen, yeah.
Yeah, like that. I feel like that's a section where it's really hard to lose no HP. So, good luck.
I'm gonna go ahead and take a save here. Shit, I was really hoping that would be, God, Defiant. Can I take a switch?
I believe you have been dunked.
I am... Frick. Sucker Punch? Sucker Punch. I think I lose
You
to
just
this.
lose.
I could just lose to the Bisharp. Holy shit. That was such an unfortunate time to switch my Intimidate lead in. Okay, I'm glad I just saved.
You still didn't change your lead arm, eh?
Oh, I saved after changing my lead? Motherfucker.
Yes. You're so good at this game.
Surely this is like Cal's set, Extreme Speed Outrage. God, that does so much damage. You.
Now, you have Intimidate now, and also a Steel side, and they're on the same Pokemon.
Yeah, they are. It means I have to watch out for the fire attack though. Ooh, maybe it has
You have
Flash Fire.
Sucker Punch.
No, it has Flash Fire, right?
Probably. Oh, I see.
No, it has
Oh no,
Intimidate.
Intimidate. Oh, I mean that also works.
Yeah, I guess. Okay, now I'll do one more Extreme Speed and then that'll be in Sucker Punch range. What do you mean it used Flare Blitz? What do you mean you used Flare Blitz? You're supposed to use Extreme Speed. You're supposed to. The speed. The speed was meant to be extreme.
I think the mistake you have made is that unfortunately someone went and gave this game good AI.
Weird. Alright, let's take a heal moment. May as well use my back to Rives here because I think this is actually the best point in the game for them. Do I have Ultra Potions? I have a couple. Super Potions, let's go! And then I should use an Ether on,
Due for restores if you need them.
That's true. Do I not have any Ethers? I have a Max Ether. I just didn't put any normal-ass Ethers in this? Oh, I forgot about the Elite Four, you're right.
They're so good at video games.
Alright, this is Fire Onslaught. Shoot.
It's gotta be Noivern, right?
I don't know if I can KO or outspeed Aerodactyl is what I meant to say.
Aerodactyl can't KO you, right? Its own the level difference enough should be
Oh, that level difference, yeah, you're right.
like even if it did outspeed.
If it rolls a
would-
plus
you know,
speed
like-
nature, that might be an issue.
Yeah, but even then, like if it rolls a plus speed, I don't think it can like take you out.
Shout out to the point in development when Autumn made this devastating Drake animation and made it play You used to call me on my cell phone.
The Drake song, yes.
Yeah. By
She
Drake.
also did Unlimited Blade Works for Sinister Arrow Raid.
Okay. Because I'm so low on HP, I'm gonna play this lame. I'm pretty sure I need to just stand here. It's either here or to the left.
Well, you say, so you know.
Actually, it should be to the left because it doesn't attack from the corner. So I should stand at the right corner. Yeah.
Got him.
But yeah, very much the intention of that was to force you to go rung out and respond as opposed to just staying by the chest.
Honestly, the thing I've been most impressed by of this is that just how early you snipe Zoroark. Like, and I suppose the cost of that was you kind of got fucked by Magneton.
Well, that was only one hit. If it was just one hit, then it'll be fine. The real issue is that Charizard.
Yeah.
We've got the final gauntlet now. I'm going to go ahead and take a save for this. Let's go ahead and switch again. Learning my lesson from last time, and don't lead with Mawile. Dragon Z move is from the desert. It's actually from right by Marcello. We outspeed, right? I don't think we outspeed this one. I tried. Noivern should outspeed though.
The potted plant next to my lemonade stand has the Dragon Z crystal. I believe that was my idea.
If you say so, I believe you.
Like, the whole lemonade stand thing was not my idea, but I think putting the Dragon Z crystal there, I was like, would this not be funny? And I believe you were like, well, I didn't have a plan for where to put it, so sure. Because I'm pretty sure how that happened. Yeah, exactly. Because there's a potted level 100 Executor right next to my lemonade stand. If you beat me and investigate the pot afterwards, the crystal is in there.
Gonna get that back in the front, and once again, revive Flygon.
Do you have revive?
Surely.
Don't think you do.
I don't? Where have all my revives gone? I thought I would have a bunch from mining or something.
I can't believe Lissa stole all your revives between streams.
Cotton candy. And,
I mean, so that's it. Can't have anything else hype.
did I sell them at some point in the past?
So, you know, what you have now is what you're fighting Steelix.
I really thought I would have more stuff than this
2
after
potions.
the entire time. Yeah, 2 potions of soda pop.
That's the healing you've got for the rest of this, and therefore for Garchomp. Not Garchomp, Steelix.
I don't use items in between battles though, so when would I have used them? I sold a few for power items? Oh, I see. I did this to myself, is what you're saying.
Cyanic, the in-universe explanation is that it's with a power... I mean, there's a level 100 Dragon-type Pokemon, so it's with that.
You have to be a bit proactive with this part, because so many of them come and they don't quite stop moving during the battle transition. Or did
So
we
you're
fix
saying-
that?
Yeah. They're saying they keep coming, and they don't stop coming, and, you know...
Yeah, you have
It's
to
fine.
hit the ground running.
Exactly. But, you know, it's fine, you're gonna beat this puzzle because you're an all-star.
Yeah. I've got my game on. Is that a me or March Charp? Fuck, I had speed up on still. I had speed up on and I got distracted reading the chat. I forgot what I was doing. True. Okay, Mark, so what's your favorite Pokemon Reborn character? March answered Reborn character earlier as Elias.
Yes, so I like Elias, and I think part of that is just because I spent more time writing Elias than any other character. But also, Elias is pretty cool. I'm also very fond of Shelly for reasons that should be obvious if anyone knows things that I have written. There are a lot of characters I quite like. I've also, as has been mentioned on a number of previous streams, when Krim was here and when Lissa was here, I run a tabletop game that is set in Reborn in the future, and so characters that have like shown up in that are ones that I like. I'm also notoriously a very big fan of Pokemon that can talk with zero explanation. The Metagame and Mr. Bigglesworth are great. My favourite Pokemon is Articuno, because it is great. It is so elegant and grateful and very pretty. But there's a lot of like close seconds. Like Articuno is brilliant, but like I love Galarian Articuno as well. I love Phalanx. Phalanx is a really close second. It's a caterpillar made of friendship. Like, what more could you want? I like it. Alolan Executor. Yeah. Lots of good things. But like, Articuno is number one. But like, if you press me for a number two, it would be Phalanx. Love that little guy.
Hi Dan, welcome. Congrats on finishing. So this ending section used to be a lot more of a gauntlet. I think this is a lot of what I trimmed down because of Pokemon moving at the same time as each other and during transitions. Now I think it's just like one or two that come from each side, but it used to be like, 3 from the top, 2 from the right, 2 from the left, the knight at the bottom, all more or less at the same time. So I trimmed that down a lot. Oh, that's valid, Krim. Hi. Hey March. Krim says you're a nerd. Alright, let's see. I'm going to lead Auroraville for the Steelix so that I have a better shot. This is also fun.
You had fun with these notifications, didn't you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you always know you were going to bring the Steelix back, or was this like an idea you just randomly had?
I wasn't sure if I would have Steelix in her gym battle or not, but it was always going to come back in some form.
Okay.
I wanted her to bring it back, but I didn't want to do another wild card. And I didn't feel like Steelix would be great in the fight anyway.
Yeah, that tracks. You could... I mean... you could, you could have had, like, fun making, like, the Victory Road puzzle based on Steelix instead if you didn't fit it in the gym.
Well, that's a neat idea. Doesn't this thing have illegal EVs? Yes, it has a fuck ton of HP EVs because it's giant. That was a nice defense drop. I don't know why the animation didn't play for it. The hail. Alright.
Who sent that hail?
I know.
Very rude.
Should be able to do some damage here, though. Wow. No damage was done that day.
This is a Mega Steelix, right? Even though it's...
Yes, this is secretly Mega. I didn't want to use a non-Mega for the second fight, but I also didn't have a Mega Sprite for the Giant mode.
That's fair. Damn. GG. Now, go fight Saphira without using the healing machine. Just use all your healing items.
No. No. Bad. Spray bottle. Oh, you know what? Actually, I don't need the healing machine. You're right.
Damn.
However, I do think I ought to switch my team around, but... I mean,
Actually.
this isn't even so bad for it.
I mean, yeah, I'd say not. Like, if you can get past her Noivern, your Noivern, like, deals with the team.
That's a good point.
Like, Saphira crumbles against a fast dragon type, which is why she opens Noivern.
Full hyper offense.
Yeah, like, this is why so many people came into E19 and found the fight easy, because they went in the fight with a fucking Nagana.
Yeah.
Because they went and completed the Pokedex between things. And Nagana absolutely clowns on her entire team, because it's the only dragon type faster than Noivern. But yeah, like, Noivern does kind of, like, Oh, that's another thing that I had on my team with the Neuven. And like, yeah, if you can get past her Neuven, then yours can probably manage most of the team.
I know what to do.
I feel like you're about to do something heinous when you say that.
No. It's not a problem.
You say no, it's not a problem when I suggest you're about to do something heinous as you're getting the Whimsical out.
It's not a problem. I don't understand the issue.
What could possibly be more heinous?
So, I just have to decide what I want to do with this from here. Gardevoir doesn't need the Mega is the thing. Lopunny and Mawile both need it way more.
While you're doing this, I'll talk a bit more about the tournament thing.
Yeah, go for it.
So I had all of the AIs battle all of the other AIs. Well, Perry did that. I did like the statistical analysis. And so this was shortly after the main story was complete and had been like tested. But post-game was still a work in progress, so like most post-game fights aren't in this. And the few post-game fights that were in this are not well labeled. Because they were not, the post-game teams were not made in order. They were like kind of put all over the place, and also a lot of them are like labeled as post-game fights were actually like placeholders. So post-game stuff is generally like completely ignored for the sake of this, and I did not like do this again for post-game. But basically, I focused on the gym leaders, and so we ran everything like so everyone battled, and then I like did a general. And everyone battled it was just like singles and no field. And I did just a breakdown based on like win rate. And then I did it 3 more times. Once, but with doubles to see if that changed things. And then specifically for each gym leader, I ran the gym leaders fighting everyone else on the correct format. So, using singles or doubles, whatever they use, and on their own field. To see how they compared. And there is some like surprisingly interesting data about that. In that like a lot of according to the win rate, the difficulty spike gym leaders are not the ones you expect them to be. And also like some gym leaders perform far better than you expect them to, and some perform far worse than you expect them to. So there's some interesting stuff there.
I forgot to get leftovers from something else. So I'm giving you more time.
Hell yeah. So the dev fights are already done here. It's like almost all of the top fights were dev fights. Like mine was 7th place. It was great.
Because the dev fights are full of bullshit.
Yeah, it's like at the time, just like singles fieldless. As I said, we didn't have many of the post-game fights, but by far the winner of that one in terms of win rate was Leah's, which was sort of a whole lot of bullshit. If I had to guess, if we ran it with things, because the teams change, I would not be surprised if we ran this all again if the winner was probably Autumn's dev team. Like, if I had to guess, I would suspect that
because
that
of a
would be
certain
the one
alternate form.
Yes, exactly. Like, yes, because I mean, like, the top 2 are Leah and I can't remember who the second is, because I don't think I wrote it down here. But it was like Leah and someone else. But then, like, 3rd place was just the Pulse Clawers. Like the standard episode 19 Pulse Clawers fight. Because, like, unsurprisingly, that weighs things massively. Like, Pulse Clawers is the every dev fight except 2. And, like, yeah, with that in mind, I would suspect that, like, if we ran it again, like, I would think Autumn would probably beat win of all the dev teams, if not to have just, like, win of the entire game, of, like, being the number 1 winner. If I had to guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Pulse Claw itself was the like absolute best thing that wasn't post game. In terms of fieldless, it makes sense that fight is fieldless anyway, so it already like has advantage if it's not like got a bunch of things that are trying to play to a field, and of course it also has claws. By comparison, Mr. Mime performed absolutely terribly.
Of course.
And I used that in the post to tease, because everyone knew Mime and Claws were coming, but didn't know what either of their gimmicks were. And so I teased in the post, like, don't worry about Mime. It was like was one of the worst performing things in the entire game. Which, of course, anyone that has now played episode 19 would be well aware, because that fight is 2 trainers, and one of the trainers is just Mime that can't fight. Which is, very funny.
Mm-hmm. The Magneton thing is still in. You probably just missed it. I took one hit with Magneton. Because I got distracted by chasing the Zoroark upwards.
And also, actually, but though, a fun little, tidbit about Pulse Mime is that... So Pulse Mime didn't come last place, which is kind of weird if you think about it.
Yeah,
right?
It didn't even have an attacking move at that point, right?
Yeah, so, here's the thing. It kind of makes sense, because I think, basically, against anyone with a single Pokemon, Pulse Mime will win with struggle. Pulse Mime will win with struggle.
Nightshade was added later after this was run.
Yes. So, Instruct works against it, Entrainment works against it. So, fundamentally, Pulse Mime, any trainer that has one Pokemon, which is a lot of trainers, Pulse Mime will win it. Because they will struggle first and lose HP, and then it will struggle and kill. So, Pulse Mime has a, 39% win rate, which is abysmal, but way higher than you might expect it.
Yeah.
For a single Pokemon with no attack. In particular, that's about the same win rate as Julia.
Julia equals Pulse Mime. Got it.
Yeah, but in practice, I believe it is that Pulse Mime beats every single trainer with a single Pokemon, and most trainers with 2 Pokemon. Just because the struggle math works out in Mime's favor.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
And not many things have fairy types. But yeah, so that's kind of interesting. But yeah, lots of cool things. Yeah, Solaris, Agate City Solaris, was the highest ranking thing that was in the game at the time in episode 18, who actually made it into the top 50. And was in fact the only thing that made it into the top 50 from episode 18. And in fact, I believe the only thing that made it into the top 100 from episode 18 was Agate City Solaris. Which is very funny.
You think of other facts, I'm gonna go ahead and get this started.
Yep. So, yeah, at the moment there's still things. Saphira, with no field in a single battle, still had a 92% win rate. This the AI can't deal with hyper offensive, and that is Saphira. So even with no field, in fact, it's worth noting, Saphira was at the time, and I'm pretty sure she still would be, because nothing we have added to the game since then would fit this. Saphira is the highest ranking trainer in the entire game in terms of this win rate, who does not cheat in any way. Her team is all legitimate things that the player can have. Every single team that placed above her has either Pulse 2, illegal movesets, or illegal forms like Pulses.
Yeah. I'm glad we could do that.
Yeah. And so Saphira is the only she's the only fair trainer to make it into the top 50. Yeah.
Alright. So let's see how it goes.
But yes.
You did well to clear those theatrics, but that's just formality. It's time to put an end to this ridiculous tournament. Convincing Terra to let me use my gym was just a way to make sure I had a favorable field effect and ensure my victory. But in return, if by some fluke you win, you'll have your final badge. I consider this a fair exchange. Of course, that's just formality too, since losing is not an option for me. I'll take this tournament for myself. Alright. Oh yeah, following up on Saphira's a short queen. I have heard that some degree of childhood abuse stunts growth like that, and so I feel like it's appropriate for her. Alright, so this thing should Dragon Pulse on me, right? So we switch here. And encore. Now sub. And we're in. Doo-doo.
Yeah, in fact, like, when we change to doubles without a field, though, Saphira does a lot worse. Her team, like, drastically suffers in doubles. To the point of, like, even just on win, she performs not only worse than Hardy in doubles, she performs worse than Adrian. They're the only two gym leaders that beat her, which makes sense. They're the two highest ranking doubles gym leaders, and they actually both do better than Saphira in doubles. Whereas on singles, she is miles ahead of every other gym leader. And every other, like, legitimate trainer in the game.
Oh, I have Nature Power Dragon Pulse on priority. Hold on.
Oh. Gaming?
We may be gaming. What are you gonna do to
fast
me?
dragon types when you have priority dragon types?
Poison Jab. Fantastic. That is exactly what I wanted to see. Alright, now what are you going to switch in?
Nothing that can take a player off. Nothing in her team can take a player off. She doesn't have a Durality. I think Dragonite is the only Pokemon in her entire team that can take player off. So
That seems to be supported by her having switched in just then.
yeah, like I'm pretty sure literally because she has the hyper thing, like full health Dragonite with multiscale is I'm pretty sure literally the only thing in her team that can survive a play rough for a while.
Alright, now what is her set? I know she has Roost Dragon Dance, right? It must be Dragon
believe-
Claw. So this will probably be an Earthquake, right?
That sounds right, but I don't know.
It's either Earthquake or Dragon Dance. I haven't revealed Sucker Punch, so I don't think it'll go for Dragon Dance.
Time to see how punished we're gonna get.
So it's not gonna use Dragon Claw. Fuck.
But you still have, like, Whimsicott still has the priority thing, so as long as you can, like, if you can hopefully do some damage to this. Like, I think the play might be, assuming you don't survive this, Axel Rock into Nature Power. So it's not getting multi-scale.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And,
think I
like,
would
I
just go for the
hope you
kill.
can get the Dragon Pulse off, but it seems unlikely.
No shot. Yeah. So I think you're right on Accelerock Nature Power. I don't think Nature Power is going to kill, though.
Yeah, you're probably right. Does this field still, like, keep up the multi-scale? Or...
Oh, actually, we're fine. I could have done this before.
Oh, yeah.
How foolish of me.
You're very good at this video game. You set up the substitute and then just switched out.
I did, because I was expecting it to, I wanted to sub to make sure that I was fine. You're right, I could have at least Dragon Pulsed. That was foolish of me. But this thing is Scarfed. And she switched in her Dragonite. Oh, that doesn't die. Are you going to set up again?
I'm gonna look, does it have a non-dragon type?
It will not set up again. I should Sucker Punch. It has to have a non-dragon type move. I'm sure I wouldn't do that, because then we just go wild by fairies. Fire Punch? I think I just Sucker Punch. I don't know if that kills, but I think I do. Great. Alright, now this is going to be Earthquake. I don't know if I have anything that tanks that very well.
The Dragonite, seeing as it's dead, do you want to know the Dragonite set?
Fire Punch?
It doesn't have Roost, it's 5 punch Extreme Speed.
Oh, okay.
That Extreme Speed has absolutely ruined your day at
Yes, it could
various
have.
points.
So that's an L for the AI.
I mean, in fact, the only thing Extreme Speed could have really worked against is Egg Roll, and you never left Egg Roll in against Dragonite. So I think, actually, like, it did the best it could have.
No, it should have. Well, like ideally, it would know that I have Prankster and prefer Extreme Speed when I have revealed Encore, but that's so niche.
That's fair.
I think I have to once again sack Hollow so that I can get Egg Roll and a hard switch on that Earthquake.
That'd be right.
Or sorry, a soft switch. No, maybe I can just hard switch it. And at least get Dragon Pulse and then Sucker Punch, maybe?
I believe in you.
Actually, how much did that do? Can I sub? I think
Does sub do anything for you here?
barely not. Ooh, that did not do as much as I hoped. If this Sucker Punch doesn't roll well, I'm hecked. And by roll well, I mean do enough without rolls because I'm not using rolls. Niche? Niche? It's one of them. I think I lose. Ooh, I tank it. Okay, we're in this. What's we got left?
She's not out of Dragonite, has she? And Charizard, has she?
No, Charizard's down.
Okay, so Salamence and what else?
Haxorus. I think I outspeed Haxorus. I think I lose to Salamence.
That's true.
No, Haxorus has a Focus Sash. I have
so
Hail.
You both of these Pokemon.
Say what?
So you lose to both of these Pokemon.
Oh, Fire Fang. That's... yeah, I think I just lose. I have to outspeed this. And I don't think I do. That was a fun fight, though.
Still, that was a good first attempt.
We go for the sub-war.
I guess while we're talking about this, yeah, so the most interesting shift in general from going from singles to doubles is how clear it is that, like, if you have a team that is designed for doubles, you generally perform fine in singles. If you don't have a team that's designed for doubles, though, you perform terribly. Like, good team design is far more important in doubles. Like, all of the doubles gym leaders performed incredibly well. Like, the top 5 gym leaders in, like, doubles about a field were just Hardy, Adrian, then Saphira, then Charlotte, then Radix. Like, it's just all of the 5 doubles gym leaders. It is, like, yeah, doubles seriously gimped singles team. I guess I'll kind of go briefly around the gym leader specifically. Because I'm not gonna like just read out both of you, but like a few fun facts for some of you guys. Like, because a few of the gym leaders are particularly interesting. Like, Julia stands out as the only gym leader whose best performance between like singles fieldless, doubles fieldless, and like on her correct format, so in her case singles electric drain, she is the only gym leader whose best performance was not on her own format. So Julia actually does better in doubles without a field than she does on singles electric drain, which is just very funny. With all the other gym leaders, generally are like huge improvement when they have their field. Yeah, no, she actually performs better without a field. Did you know?
That's weird.
Maybe that's a sign field that the gym fight has been nerfed. Like, so in singles, she performs marginally worse without the field. But like her team actually performs like noticeably better if you do it like doubles. Florinia, who surprisingly barely uses her field, her free win rates are almost identical. Only like marginally higher in the correct one. Shelly's the first person who has a big jump in her field. She like does much better with her field, and the first gym leader to break a 50% win rate. Every gym leader above beyond her, I'm pretty sure, breaks 60%. Yeah, like. So Shelly's best win rate is 57%, and then the next best is Shade at 70%. There's like a big difficulty jump between Shelly and Shade. Which does track, like, so Shelly to Shade is the biggest jump in terms of this, like, the win rate in the AI tournament of all the gym leaders. Which makes sense, because that's when you move up to, Shade is the first gym leader whose team is fully evolved. Double 8 notwithstanding, but Double 8 is basically a fully evolved Pokemon. Which is why there's such a big jump between them.
I forgot about multi-scale annulling the fairy weakness. Whimsicott is the ghost, yeah, it's only weak to rock. Ghost? Did I say ghost?
Whimsicott is the ghost.
Pain.
That extreme speed's kind of coming to get you now, isn't it?
It sure is. I have several priorities though, so I'm not out of options, but oh well, that's an issue.
Another really interesting jump in win rate is between Shade and Aya. Because Aya performs a lot better than Shade, which I think doesn't match with a lot of people's experiences in the game. Wherein, I think from my group, most people would think Aya is an easier gym leader than Shade. And I think this is like one slight quirk of how the system works, because all of these fights were scaled to level 100 for the I think one slight quirk, essentially, is that the big win rate jump is that while Aya has a better team than Shade, there's a lot of game between those two fights. And generally speaking, your team isn't fully evolved when you fight Shade. It probably is when you fight Aya, which is one of the reasons her fight seems easier. When in fact, it's a harder team. You just get a lot stronger between those two fights, because there's a lot of gym. There's a lot of game between those gyms. Beyond that, like, Sarah is actually slightly worse than Aya, except on her field, which is a massive jump. Noel is the most consistent gym leader, performing within a single percentage point in all formats, which makes sense. He doesn't particularly use his field. One thing is, I wish I still had the spreadsheet for this, because we ran this on old Chesapeake, and I'm really interested to see how Radamus performs on new Chesapeake. Because on old Sheffield, Radamus is one of the highest ranked gym leaders. He really hugely utilised that field. He's the first one to break 90%. And the next few gym leaders don't. Luna is fine.
Really?
All the big top gym leaders do really well. Nice!
Losing is not an option. I have a family to look after. It's been my responsibility ever since our parents. Actually, that's not right. Even an orphan should have had a different guardian. But I didn't. I was forced to learn several things about the world. Everyone is corrupt. No one is on your side. No one is going to listen. And funny, isn't it, that all you do is sit there and listen. You play God like some kind of doll with a power it has no right having, and just watch it happen. Do you think you can solve any problem just by being able to defeat whatever team of Pokemon gets thrown at you? If you could, something would be wrong. Maybe that's the case. Like she's been monologuing the entire battle. Everything's wrong. The doctor is dead, so you say. And just what the hell do you think that leaves me to do now? Boop! What the heck? Why has this happened to me?
It seems like a good moment to walk in with the boop.
You're not wrong. Protect my sisters? Let's be honest, I've just been using them. They've been the only way I could even convince myself to move forward. In the end, he was always my focus. So should I be happy that the thing I've been chasing this whole time is gone? I didn't want him dead, I wanted to kill him myself. I wanted to finally take back the control I lost so long ago, so that maybe, just maybe, I could possibly begin to convince myself that I have an inkling of power, even if it's just enough to keep myself safe. Because I know that I don't. I can't. Lynn having done that just proves it. That we were in this tournament in the city, that I did lose here. In the end, I know I'm helpless. Just like back then. I couldn't stop him.
Yeah, she needs therapy.
True. But, like, better therapy. No one believed me. Not even he remembers it. He was in a stupor or some kind of trance. He just kept saying it over and over. Lizzie, Lizzie, Lizzie. Back and forth. Back and forth. Crying the entire time. Over and over. For what seemed like forever. There's nothing left for me to do about it now. Even if I do get out of here. Your badge and TM are in the chest below. Tara, you're still listening, right? I'm ready. Just put me down already. It's time to sleep. She's doing her best.
It sure is.
Alright. I'm gonna take a backup here real quick for a unrelated thing. Because we need to expand the dialogue here in case apparently some people walk out of the room without remembering to take the badge, so we want to add some dialogue for Tara to remind them on the next update, whenever that is. After Saphira. After some, just maximum tonal whiplash here. We go from talking about her assault to the Zelda treasure noise. And Dragonclaw.
Also, just like kind of finish, because most of the rest of the leaders in the league thing, like, are about as you'd expect. The only other outliers are Amaria and Saphira. So Amaria performs absolutely terribly without a field. Her field is so strongly, like, a team so strongly is built around underwater and water surface. Like, her performance without a field is comparable to Shade and Shelly. Her performance with a field has her as the second strongest gym leader in terms of win rate, which tracks. And then just like Saphira does, has an over 99% win rate with her field, which is absolutely wild. Like, in comparison with their fields, all of the Elite Four are above 95%, but none of them are actually higher than Saphira.
What if someone just falls in the lava? The gym is a hologram, right? So it wouldn't actually burn them. That's true. Assault in which way? We talked about this a bit earlier in E19, but yeah, I've written her based on some of my experiences with sexual assault, and although I try to keep that ambiguous enough that somebody who hasn't been through similar things might not notice, I think that it is ultimately important to not shy away from addressing that kind of subject matter in media. Hi, Florinia. This was fun.
Greetings.
Greetings. Greetings.
Oh, here's another bit I can talk about, because I had some impact on this next section of the game.
Oh, yeah? What? Oi, boring ass bitch. I got two problems with you. Number one, you can't just clip through a fucking wall like that and fucking break the damn room only to be like, greetings. Number two, bitch, if I delete you, stay deleted. Number three, where the fuck you going? Lady? Lady, no, what are you doing? Hey, crazy lady with a shovel, stop.
Are you healed?
I have not healed. I will heal.
Yeah, you should do that, I think. Jesus, I kind of wish you got to kill him now.
Yeah.
Well, Jesus will be killing some people.
On the other hand, why does he say Lizzie at that point? Because he is not in touch with reality.
I feel like it is a commonality among people in the psychology profession that they often have issues of their own, and that's what got them interested.
Yep. Can confirm.
Unfortunately for them, psychology ain't gonna be what fixes that. Good try though.
What's
I
Let's
think
bring
they
Evie
should
back.
let Jesus kill somebody, just so that the thing that I said stays like.
yes, Lizzie is his sister. So the Mega Sprites thing after battle, we've determined, is a intended feature of the follower mod, so that the overworld Mega Sprites can actually ever be seen. So yeah, we have sprites for them.
That's cool.
I do not know about Alternate Cosma offhand. But maybe.
I'm sure we'll find out in about a year.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm also still on a little bit old version. Anyway, I think this team will be fine for this battle. Probably. We'll find out. Alright. Please hold. I will not! I won't even hold my own ass cheeks! Roar! Terminal accessed. Aye, lady. I DK how you got out the recycle bin, but you go on right back in there, you heard it? Presto completo! You are Delito! That was weird. Anyway, welcome, Grand Tournament of Booty winner! Hey! I said stay Dorito! What? Please allow me to explain. Please do, TBH. First, a synopsis of the situation for Amy. This building numbers among one of the first structural experiments in digital architecture. Whereas traditional architecture can be likened to painting on a canvas, digital architecture is more similar to writing on a dry erase board. State-of-the-art three-dimensional holograms comprise the entirety of the inside of the building, and tactile senses are created and maintained via high-precision localized changes in air pressure. In this way, a building can be remodeled or reorganized on effective impulse not dissimilar to the concept of shoji in some Eastern-style houses. In this way, a host is able to customize visual input per participant to ensure correct pathing among larger groups of individuals or, for instance, create and remove entrances at will. Yes, Doritos are mid. Control of visual data along with high-intensity air pressure was also sufficient to simulate what the aforementioned individual referred to as deletion. In reality, no harm befalls the individual, but their capacity to move and speak is directly impeded by the digital controls. Visual data can then be arbitrarily displayed to suggest the desired effect. Okay, so you figured out the gimmick, but how does that let you get around it, huh, punk? Since the flow of errand data is ultimately digitally regulated, it can be influenced in a way not like any a typical computer. As the speaker had begun to say after the conclusion of the last match, an application was made accessible to me through an emergency terminal. It was assumed to be by someone else's design, which, for those who don't know, is Ace. Ace is still in the digital void, and so, because Terra yeeted them before, and so they're kind of floating around the system, and ungarbaged Flurry is jam enough for her to be able to do this.
So, question, what was the justification of this bit, like, when we did, like, the E19 story internal test?
Shut up. After several attempts, I was able to install a program to the system. Should have saved Ace here in exchange for them saving her. Oof. This program's function was to, after a certain amount of time has passed, reverse any signs of pseudo-deletion that might be applied to my person. In summary, no matter how much you attempt to pressurize or delete me, it will automatically be undone each time. I hope this is a sufficient explanation. Lol. You talk all smart like and stuff, but you kind of missed an important detail there, darling. Now that I know the program exists, I can just find it myself, and I'll delete it. And then I'm gonna delete you! Oh my god! Be my guest. Knowing you, I bet you put it in the most boring place possible, like C/documents or something. Oh my god, it's actually there. Lamau, bye. Boring ass. Playing ass. Obvious ass. Thinking I won't look their ass. The explanation with if Ace doesn't exist is that Floriania did it herself. Motherfucker, what?! In addition to a program to counteract sewer deletion, a second program has been written to restore the first should it cease function. You business. You actually wrote an entire virus, didn't you? Not incorrect. When the fuck? I was not idle during the time I was pretending to still be incapacitated. Aight. I'ma be real with you. You get 2 not boring points for that. But that's it. Beer Beat gonna find these and chew through them like candy. Nah. I will be requiring your assistance shortly. Presently, I'm constructing an avatar for her based on her foreign data. When it is complete, I will need you to... BAM, motherfucker! Is that the best you got? I'm telling you, kid, I'm worried. Yeah, I'm fucking terrified of how this bitch saves her porn. Probably on a desktop, in a folder called Do Not Open. This shit more predictable than a 1200 ELO ladder player. Son of a motherfucking Bidoof's butthole. It would appear your search was incomprehensive. It would appear your mom was incomprehensive. Ooh! Thank you. Okay, beer. What's the canonical location where she saves it? Just like a bunch of files throughout. Like on the root key, in the user folder. Just like a full self-propagating virus. Next, I'll duplicate the protection applied to this individual for you, rendering you immune to pseudo-deletion. This will only take a moment. What up? Guess who's back again? Hint, it's me. I'll admit, you had a hiding place to surprise me, but you forgot to consider the power of the Oliver! If you say so. Oliver D's wait. No, you were... That's not how this works. You were supposed to say, like, what's Oliver? And I'd be like, fuck it, just delete a fight. Roar! And see, I'ma learn right here. I'ma wait to make any snarky comments until after she doesn't come back. Boom. Easy like CL. CL, no! Objective nearly complete. Beginning avatar deployment. What? Oh shit, I'm a real girl now! The successful outcome of this trial indicates that you must have been a real girl previously as well. Ah, sweet cakes! I can jack off again! While the credibility of that statement best remains untested, that is not the purpose for which this avatar has been created. And there's even a couch here! Girl, you alright? Amy, you will need to distract her while I make the final adjustments to the system. It is critical that you maintain her attention. Better idea. How's about I just delete them instead? Kablammy! Mastika! The protection applied to this individual has already been extended to include Amy. Pseudo deletion will remain an effective strategy in this scenario. Nani? You even shared that with Amy? To think that you two have gone that far already. Amy, if you are prepared. Hells to the 9! No one ready? I may not be able to delete you, but what will you do when I delete your fonts? Okay, so the original story behind this was Cass originally suggested that we have Terra change the player's fonts to wingdings.
But RMXP doesn't fucking play those.
Yeah. So, I think it was Cass's suggestion, like, hey, you should do windings here. And I tried that, and turns out just doesn't work. So I tried to investigate other things that interface, like fuck the interface, and I found out that like, oh, actually, if you try and get RMXP to display a font that it can't display, this happens. Nothing
it just
shows
displays
up.
no
So
font.
like,
Yeah.
so yeah, so in this one, the font is actually currently set to wingdings.
Yes.
And so like, so we just turned out, oh hey, you can, if you set the font to wingdings, like it just gets rid of all the text in the game. There's also a password which we suspect, you know, an optimal speedrun would use this password because of how massively this just like speeds up the game, but also would require such memory and perfect menuing it would make the speedrun infinitely more difficult.
Yeah, so there were a couple of things we noticed with that, which is why there is a no font speedrun password. Originally it was default, and then there was like a practice one, but battles move so fast without text, and events move super fast without text, but that difference became a lot less apparent when we switched over to MKXP as well. And so we had to then add a manually blank font because MKXP, unlike base RMXP, actually is capable of displaying wingdings. So we had to choose between the no fonts that we already written around and actually just going with the wingding idea.
I didn't realize that actually MKXP could do wingdings, so we just like committed to no fonts. That's interesting.
Yeah.
We did this before we shifted over to MKXP, so it was just like done with the wingding. Yeah, I think it's the no fonts is like a fun fight idea, especially for, you know, the one bit of bullshit she pulls in the fight that only works because of no fonts.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's just a fun bit for this segment as well, you know, for the people that like snoop around in the code to see what she's actually saying in this bit. And then like the fight as well is so interesting. Like I think this bit of the game is kind of an accident, but I think it worked really well.
Yeah, this was very much a happy accident. And so thank you, Cass, for that suggestion. Big shouts. Also, thank you for the follow, Catfish. My throat is starting to get sore from yelling his Terra so much.
I mean, just gotta yell this dialogue.
Well, so I actually have RMXP up, so I can read to you all who haven't seen it in RMXP what she says here. Wait, you shouldn't be able to see this. Did you tamper with the game, or are you just looking at RMXP? Dirty cheater. Since you apparently love having no fonts so much, why don't you marry them, huh? Password, what the fuck is a font? But if you're so determined to read this, let's take it to the comments. Cause listen, I ain't the subtlest shroomish in the forest, and just betwixt you, me, and that babby you got, I've been getting tired of this whole business anyway. It's getting stale, huh? That's why you're ending this now, isn't it? Hey, you didn't actually get bored of me, did you? I wasn't obnoxious, was I? You used to laugh. Why did you stop? Will you get rid of me too? But you never answered the pro tag either, so I guess all I can do is live out my predetermined role for your amusement. I'm a bowling pin, baby! Knock me out! I always knew it was coming anyway. Well, time for a classic non-sequitur battle transition. Yes, she is talking to Lynn here. The dialogue stops at comments because it says, it's going to the comments that do not show up as messages in-game in the dev thing, because it's assuming that people are reading this in RMXP. But do you mean that the Mac version doesn't delete the fonts properly? Or how do you mean that, Fanta? Okay. So that's if you restore the fonts somehow. Yeah, comments are not actually part of the dialogue. So yes, she's talking to Lynn, and she's realizing that Lynn is knocking out all of Team Meteor and afraid that Lynn is going to replace her too. Anyway, let's have a battle. You know, I didn't take particularly good care of where my moves were. I also probably shouldn't have led with this, but we're here now.
This was just like very aesthetic. I love the.
Oh, you're so good at video games.
Right?
You should like make them professional.
I think you're right. Probably
Wait,
should have
there's
led
no
with
front-
Ninetales.
Kill the stat overlay.
Sounds great. Does it kill the what?
The stat overlay, like.
No, it's just white
those
on
things
white.
fill up? Okay.
That was a power-up punch. Does that kill? Oh, that does kill. I should have drain punched. I didn't think power-up was going to do that much. Well, I can flamethrower. Is focus sash? Ah, yes, great level
Hold
up.
Ah, the chance.
I think Eevee survives the Chansey on this field.
Probably not. But also, Eevee's gonna be like you couldn't hard sleep. I think Eevee's faster than Chansey. So if you lose, you can go into it and then Evo boost up, I reckon. But like, if you lose a Pokemon, I don't think you could switch into it safely. Oh, I guess fuck me.
Shit, which of these moves was Baton Pass?
Top left.
Top left?
Yes.
I thought it was top right. Okay, I believe you. I'm trusting you. Alright, great.
I have never misled you in my entire life.
Let's get a Stealth Rock up too while we can. That'll help with Jesus. I'm sorry, I'm forsaking Jesus. Oh, I've been told to go fuck myself, actually.
You sure have. The counter to the Evo boost strats has happened.
No, by Quagsire. I just did an Evo pass, and I have been reminded that I'm aware Quagsire is on this team.
Ah, cool. Go fuck yourself.
Do I have an encore?
Can
My
I say,
encore
I
user
love-
is
I
dead.
just love the sound Amnesia makes.
Oh yeah, don't we all?
Wow.
Our user probably didn't want to be here anymore for that person.
I need to crunch. I need the defense drop. Holy shit, I'd lived that. Terra's Pokemon do have nicknames. I'm so glad you asked. One sec, let me pull them up.
This is Quagsire, but I couldn't tell you what the rest of the teams are called.
Okay, so Excadrill is still Excadrill. Chansey is called How To Basic. Quagsire is Swagsire. Porygon Z is Scrooge McFuck. Garchomp is still Garchomp. And the Donphan is named Jesus, which is a reference from way back in the online league. Maybe I'll get like a Rock Slide flinch or something. Ooh, that did decent damage. It must have seeded. And it did get a flinch before, but I didn't get the 2 that I needed. That was a flinch. Oh my god, I missed! The double flinch and then I missed. Ooh, that was a crit.
Crit, but not a flinch.
Let's see if we kill with Blizzard. I feel betrayed. I lose. I can't beat the Chansey.
You have Giga Impact on Eevee.
Do you really want me to Giga in? I have Hurricane. Let's see what that does. Oh, that's not too bad. I die, but yeah, sure. Let's press the funny Hyper Beam button. Did it miss?
Yes.
Motherfucker. Hyper Beam should be the same here. Wow, that would have killed if I had hit Hyper Beam instead of Giga Impact, that actually would have killed.
That's unfortunate. See, I never steer you wrong. Isn't Moonblast physical?
Yeah, Moonblast
It's
will be
not-
physical here.
Oh, but also you're bad.
But also I'm bad,
Physical.
yes.
What I meant there was that you have no physical attack, but like, also.
I'm just gonna reset. This is not happening. And no, this is actually not a Pulse 2 battle.
Yeah.
I felt like that would be a bit overkill. Alright, so let's not lead with this.
Like, I feel like if you're bringing Eevee, it can only come out once Slagsire is dead.
I think Eevee is cancelled.
Damn, I can't believe Eevee said a slur.
You'd like to see Eevee be MVP with Eevee tuning. Okay, fine. We'll keep the Eevee. We'll keep the Eevee just for the Hyper Beam.
Yeah, that Hyper Beam could
Alright. Eevee stays. Eevee is uncancelled. We'll see how this goes. Blizzard doesn't kill, right? If it's just gonna Earthquake again, I could switch to Northern.
I did not know that, Lissa. That is very fun. That makes this whole situation infinitely funnier.
Oh yeah, Lissa just gave it a couple other moves because I was like, yeah, just give me Evo Boost, Baton Pass, and like whatever else.
It just doesn't get those moves.
Iron Head,
makes
no,
sense.
Iron Head is normal here. There's no Steel type. What were you saying, March?
It's just like very funny because like, yeah, I guess in hindsight, like Hyper Beam and Giga Impact can be learned by, I'm pretty sure, like every fully evolved Pokemon and no unevolved Pokemon, so of course it doesn't get them.
Yeah.
But it's a funny situation. The one bit of cheating we're allowed is giving an Eevee Hyper Beam. And if that comes in clutch in this fight, that'll be so funny.
I'm just gonna Drain Punch.
You didn't Mega, but
I forgot to Mega? God damn it. Alright, fuck it. No, I
like
should
you
Power
want-
Punch.
yeah. And that will probably bring out Slagsire.
That is fine with me. I actually want to see Swagsire here, as long as I don't get burned. Because I have Encore, most of what the Swagsire can do against me, I don't mind. My return is top right?
Yes.
That did fucking nothing, but it's dumb anyway. Let's go. Yeah, keep forgetting shit.
Wow.
Wow. You can amnesia as much as you want, honey.
Ow.
I think that's my third Encore turn.
Damn, you are very smart. And I guess that's the fight. Oh, except you didn't set up Stealth Rock, so Jesus.
I'm going to get Jesus. No.
You are going to get Jesus. Oh, Encore fucks up Jesus, it's fine.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, because Encore's not priority, I forgot you're not whimsical.
Yeah. I actually cannot beat this. So for those who don't know,
You get Jesus. that's the you clear Quack's flag side to get Jesus. Even though you know the gimmick, is the funniest possible outcome to this.
yeah,
Like,
Encore
you're still gonna
twice is
win.
right.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, they have a point about Encore twice. I can do that. So for those who don't know, yes, this is a fear set. It is a level 1 Dawn fan. Endeavor, Sturdy, Shellbell, Ice Shard. And this is something that Tara actually used to use in the online league, and it fucked a lot of people up, and it was super fun for me when I was playing her, let's just be honest. Jesus was her nickname back then. She would be like, "Rawr, Jesus died for your sins." Because it would go to 1 HP and then back to full, because Jesus then revives.
Whoa, that's so funny.
And then, because we were on Pokemon Online for the simulator, they eventually changed it that level 1 Dawn fan was then illegal, because there was no way to level down. However, firstly, I make the fucking rules here, bitch, and secondly, we have common candies, so this is actually completely legal.
The perfect place for it in game when, as I said, there was a happy accident. We're like, we delete fonts. Oh, they can't see the level anymore.
Yep. Give me that 1 HP. Does this have rough skin?
I'm pretty sure yes. You die here no matter what, but you'll take it down with you.
Drain
Oh,
Punch
actually,
doesn't
Drain Punch,
activate
right.
before...
No, Drain Punch should come before rough skin, I think. Yeah.
Okay, great.
I forgot about Drain Punch.
What did she say here? I have this up still. She says, "Are you really done with me?" Oh yeah, is this... Oh, "Are you really done with me" is the end of thing. I don't have the scripts up, so believe Krim when they say it's, "Is this really what you want?"
I know that the double encore saved it, but it's so funny how close you were to getting Jesus there.
True.
Despite knowing it was coming, having absolutely no power to stop it until you realized you could just encore twice.
Yeah. No, I think you're right, Krim. I was looking at the wrong part. I guess I made the mistake of thinking I was special. You made me feel that way, you know? Everything was boring before. RL data restored. That was ample time, Amy. You have my gratitude. Hey, is this really what you meant to happen? Correct. Back when you were setting all this up, it seemed fun, but is this really what you had in mind for me? This was the expected outcome. Oi, bitch, shut up! I know you won't respond. You don't even smile. Neither does the other one. You used to laugh so much. Hey, could it be that you're still laughing out there, wherever you are? Or did you stop and that's why this is happening? I really hope, even if it was just a tiny bit, that I was able to make your game better. So, don't forget me, okay? What's the Toy Story meme? I don't want... Oh, I see that. Yeah. Yeah. But she didn't actually. I'm gonna actually double check if I can find it where that line is, because I'm curious if that is correct. Why are you doing that now? I guess Fluremy is playing the air horn, sure.
I only, because it's just in DMs and I don't have Nitro, I just have like the standard Discord soundboard, which is, you've heard the sad horn, the air horn, there's also, I was waiting for you to, like, make a pun, but you've been surprisingly unpunny for your usual self this stream, so I haven't had a chance to...
Tragic. I'm so
there's
sorry
also-
I disappointed you.
There's also, crickets.
Oh,
In
for
case
if
you-
I make a bad pun?
Yes.
That's my punishment? Great, there you go.
I have, a polite golf clap.
Ah, great, great.
And one that I have been using and just, like, not acknowledging to see if you notice, just, like, throughout, there is just a duck quack.
Oh, I haven't heard that before at all.
Yeah. I have just been, like, occasionally dropping it in throughout the stream, to see if people notice. Because it's, like, the least obnoxious one, to see if people realize. But yeah, so I've got those 6 that I don't have Nitro, so I can't use any of the ones from the service I'm in. So I just got the basic ones. But, it's still
Little things.
the little things. The only thing better than a well-timed air horn is an inappropriately timed air horn.
Maybe you're onto something there.
See, that was obvious, but I still couldn't not do it.
Yeah. Where is Tara? Literally, where is the girl? Oh, that's Challenger defense only. I don't know what script file the quotes are in anymore. Forget it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. She chose to delete herself. My configuration will have annulled her digital controls and frozen her avatar, but not removed her outright. And given that, unlike us, she was a solely digitized entity, it is a genuine deletion. This outcome was not foreseen. Nevertheless, her determination that I would take only the most predictable actions led to her undoing. It is true that I deliberately placed several relevant files in locations that would have led her to that conclusion, but a separate program randomized locations of other components. In conclusion, she failed to account for the randomness she seemed to treasure so much. The next process has been completed. I've created a direct route for you to exit this place. In the meantime, I will remain here and restore the capacity of the other tournament participants from pseudo-deletion. They will surely catch up to you as they are able, but it may take additional time for me to route the passages forward for those who lost in the earlier rounds. The remainder of Team Meteor can only have escaped north into Victory Road. I suspect I do not need to instruct you on the procedure from here on out. Remain as vigilant and effective as you always have. Farewell. And good luck.
I can't believe, she was defeated by the randomness she holds so dear and thought. She really did just say, fight fire with fire.
And then she adopted good luck as a non-illusory essentialization of statistics.
She sure did. She's learning, and all it took was her to, briefly think she killed Titania before realizing that this is all bullshit.
On my copy of Undertale, making characters extremely meta. So I haven't played Undertale past Waterfall. I don't actually know what happens in that, but I'm pretty sure that no indie developer can go by these days without being called that they're copying Undertale. However, I have been aware that this whole breaking the fourth wall, it's actually just a game thing, is almost like predictable indie meta in and of itself, which is why I steered away from that. I was trying to do a fake out with that here about the I hope I can make your game better, because it's sounding like we're doing that and that this is a self-aware game, but actually she's still just talking to a character in the story who is themselves playing a game. Hi Deduce, welcome. Unfortunately you're here at an awkward time because we're going to be stopping soon. I think we're going to do this one last scene, and then maybe call it and pick up with Victory Road next week.
Man, time for E19 too.
True.
Oh, but before you go, nobody gives a fuck about that guy. Call up the. You guys, all right. You see that baby over there?
Hi, baby.
She's really cozy, and I think that it's important that everybody sees that baby.
And it's
Aw.
important.
She is very cute.
Baby, 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 says everyone in the chat.
He is being showered with the affection she deserves.
Actually, wait.
What? Why are you doing this to me? Why did you just... Why? She put the camera on backwards.
Funny.
Okay. I'm gonna fix it.
Oh, she's neat.
Aw, needy baby.
Oh, I remember some good scratches.
Stand
She's a purr child.
down. I said. It is over.
She's so fluffy.
No, the others said, as they turned traitorous tail.
Oh, yeah, that's what happened right there.
Traitorous tail, indeed.
You brat.
Oh, you found it. Thank you, Krim. And you were right. I should have believed in you. I did believe in you, but I should have believed in you harder. Cass is okay. The cat just scratched her. Bit her? One of the two. Bit. Munch. Nom. Baby nom. As they turned traitorous tail into that sacred mine. Our purpose is bastardized. They speak only of what they gain from the blasphemous notion of the new world. Where is our family? I turned my back to my allies so that I might have dealt with you. And next I knew there was a knife in it. It is for that reason that I must do this. Garchomp, execute. All who oppose Team Meteor must be silenced. Even those from within the team itself. Too little, too late. Yes, that was me faking you out with the framing. He's actually attacking Lyn. What manner of devil are you that neither tooth nor nail may stay your cantankerous blight? March!
She's a duck. That's the answer. That's what kind of devil she is.
She's a duck! Okay, sure. I am inevitability. Please! None
I
are
am Quack.
I am Quack. None are permitted to interfere. Life does not wait around for permission, girl. Neither does death. Your treason has not gone unnoticed, and your comeuppance will not be forgotten. Incorrect. Cry and protest all you want. I will show you how little you understand. It's so over. Pix. Sylveon is doing its best to heal Solaris. Pet the Sylveon. Sylveon seems determined to work harder.
Yeah, I was wondering, Krim, you mentioned that this was added late in testing, because I don't remember this scene at all, but I did get this route where he's already dead when you get there.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I guess when I played this segment of the game, you just walked out and he was already fucking dead.
Yeah, it was like Krim said, it was meant to be very anticlimactic for let us see what kind of difference this old man can make. None, he's dead on the ground. But a lot of people were unsatisfied with that, so
attempting to stop her at least makes sense.
yeah. Well, it's not even, he still attempted anyway, it's just showing the attempt is the difference.
Yeah. I'm glad I could completely throw you off the duck.
You did it. Commander, please. Hang in there, I'll save you. I found him like this, but Sylveon's doing its best to heal him. It'll work, because it has to. You saved me before. What? Why is that a...
Because it's not going to work. So
Oh, I see.
It's a joke.
Alright, sure. Now it's my turn. Just please. That is cultist Angela. She tries her best.
But in the end, it doesn't really matter.
Heal bell can't revive dummy. So true, Krim. Alright, this, I'm just gonna skip through this dialogue. This
No,
is,
it's
we'll start
Ava.
the...
Bracket
it is-
no relation.
Yeah, so a lot of people assumed that this was Azuri, who was also on the dev team, but no, this is an unrelated patron, who just requested the name Azur.
I think you should just just change him to Azza, just no relation. Should just be in his name. It would save the questions.
Here, I thought I was clever setting up in this place. I wasn't! Alright, now there's one, we're gonna end this here, and pick up with Victory Road next time, but there's one last very important thing we must do. We must make sure that we have petted all of the EVs. Healing items? Yeah, that's probably a good point. Are you out there petting? Wait, did I miss one?
Ooh.
Who did I miss?
Ooh. You have Dragonium Z, so obviously you petted Twig.
Yeah.
Did you miss the window on Vaporeon?
No, I was pretty sure I petted Vaporeon. I know I got...
Did you go back to Luna for Umbreon?
Luma was there in the first place. I know I got Umbreon. Maybe it's Jolteon. I'm pretty sure I got
Okay.
Flareon. Let's try Jolteon.
Okie doke. Jolteon sounds like one that you'd miss. Okay, let's see. And this is where we find out you didn't pet Glaceon, and we'll know that for sure in post-game.
Oh, no. Okay, I get it. Alright, we're safe.
Imagine, the fear in your face at the prospect of not petting Glaceon.
True, shout out to Cass for this quest. You've pet all of them. You don't have to tell me. I can see it in your eyes. I can feel it in your heart. I can't
The
not
heart is
give this
smiling.
to you. You truly deserve it. Wear it with pride. Alright. Next time, Victory Road. Yeehaw. Thank you all for being here.
Yeehaw, Burger King foot lettuce.
No. Put your Burger King foot lettuce away.
What a sentence.
No, some of them are missable. Jolteon's just not one of them. Alright. Any final questions for March, by the way, while we still have March here?
Hi, hello, it's me. I am still here.
March, would
Also-
you eat Burger King foot lettuce?
I like two of the things in that phrase. And I'm going to
Foot
it's
and
Burger
burger?
King and it's lettuce.
Okay.
I don't think I would eat Burger King foot lettuce, no. Favorite lemonade? So I like classic lemonade. However, recently I was visiting family staying in a nice hotel and they had rose lemonade.
Interesting.
And that was really nice. So maybe that. But also, I assume it was very expensive. Listen, what's the plan for tomorrow? Usual plan. We're playing PTU. It's gonna be great. You're gonna get your shit kicked in by a dog trio. I was making a reference when I spoke about Bowser's Big Bean Burrito. Yes, I spoke, the meme is Bloomin' Lemonade, but, I like regular lemonade, and I have recently tried rose lemonade, and it's that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how proud am I of Celebi? I mean, of the Pokemon, 10 out of 10. It's a great little onion. Of the quest, I mean, still probably a 9 out of 10. I think it's some of my best writing. And in fairness, it's some of my only writing work that's not, improv. Like D&D.
Some of my best writing. Also some of my only writing. Real great there.
I mean, other than, it's some of my only... When I say writing, I mean things that have been edited in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas D&D is just immediately off the cuff.
Yeah.
What else? I'm looking through other things.
There was an important.
Your age was your credit card number. How old would you be? Nice try. Crim, how dare you? My favorite Pokemon ROM hack. I really like Emerald Rogue. Because I like roguelikes, and I think Pokemon is weirdly well suited to that formula, as Emerald Rogue has shown. And I think it also is a very well made, like, it really utilizes the engine super well.
You've got to try the Reborn roguelike.
Do we have one of those?
Yeah.
Oh, neat. I have not tried them. But yeah, like, if anyone is even remotely interested in roguelikes and Pokemon and has not played Emerald Rogue, like, try Emerald Rogue. I will probably play, like, this Reborn Rogue because I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, by tour.
I used to be able to play the cello, but it has been like 20 years, so probably not anymore. No, say I'm not. Infinite Fusion, very good. Right, yeah. Also, like, yeah, I have a bit of a cold. I've been sneezing a lot. I have been attempting to mute myself every time I've sneezed. I hope I have successfully done so. I apologize if I didn't, and you guys ever got like a really loud sneeze.
I think you have. You did miss an important question from Crim. Crim asked, "Why are you such a nerd?"
Well, Crim, I mean, I'm gonna have to get an expert's advice on that. So, why do you think I'm such a nerd, Crim? Because it takes one to know one. Sian, I feel like I will be shot if I don't say Pokemon Reborn.
That's true. I've got the gun right here. It's a finger gun. That's all I got. Alright. So I think that is about the show. Thank you all for hanging out for it. Appreciate you all. We're going to go ahead and split now. We will be back next week, and I believe not the week after that. Yeah.
Is there a guest scheduled for next week, or is it?
There is not. I am going to be going Victory Road all by my lonesome.
Damn. I mean, you're not going to be doing Victory Road all by your lonesome, because you're definitely not doing it in a single stream.
That's
and
true.
Unless you don't have any guests planned for the next, like, month, you're probably going to have some.
I actually don't, because we've now gotten through everybody exactly once.
Damn.
Yeah.
Time for the repeats.
Maybe, yeah.
Or
we'll do some repeats for post-game.
Yeah. I mean, also, in fairness, you have had, like, 3/4 of the PTU group. Just get Aaron on with no justification.
Just for the fucking quash clown.
Yeah. I mean, like, listen. You've had Grim, you've had me, you've had Lissa. Just get Aaron on.
Just be there, hang out. Some random community members. Maybe so. Oh, thank you, Leaf. I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, me as well, Leaf. Thank you very much.
Alright. Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone.